welcome to this week of Petty Squabbles, a Monster Hunter Story, Group A, aka the Black Nergigantes, which
the best group.
Of course, the very first thing we have to do
The cameras are wrong.
is that the cameras are wrong. God damn it! What the fuck happened to the cameras? Because they were right.
I'll take the HP at least.
No, I know what the fuck happened. I turned my damn camera on and it fucked everything up.
I like that you're on it twice.
I know, that's how I know it fucked up. God damn it. All right, hold on a minute.
I'll take the HP I'm currently sitting on. I think this is Gerathor's HP. I'll take 112 HP.
Let's move that there. You get to go back up here. I am now the paladin. But you know what? Heavy is in the perfect spot. Didn't have to move him whatsoever.
Hooray.
You gotta.
Let me fix the cameras really fast, as this is obviously a professional stream. And I am completely prepared, and nothing bad happened for the first 20 minutes we were supposed to start for.
The stream is professional, but we're not.
Yes.
Oh, I'm leaving the screen.
Put that there. Edit here. This is actually during the podcast for, like I said, I mentioned I did the Pokemon podcast. One of the people we were on with had internet problems. He was on the phone for like an hour and a half trying to get his internet working before the podcast, and then he hopped on his phone with no internet, and he was choppy as fuck and horrible. On occasion, he'd drop so the cameras would all fuck up everywhere and stuff. So then eventually he dropped out for a while, so I fixed the cameras. He then popped back in and I just fixed the cameras again, and then he kept disconnecting again a little bit here and there on his actual, like, not phone. Oh, man, it was, I'm like, you know what, everybody's whatever they are at the end of the stream. I'm like, I'm not changing shit anymore. It was good.
There's 2 ammos.
There's not any, well, actually, there's still, so I had to transition. Ta-da! Fancy. I gotta
catch up.
I also gotta fix, like, where your camera's at, because it's got you, like, it's like the side of your camera now.
Oh, corner.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and make a movement there.
Wait, can I fix it? Am I going this way? Am I going the right way?
You're going too far now. You're too far. Too far. Go back the other way.
There?
Keep going. Way more. Way more. Way more. Way more. Keep going. Go, 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 go. And keep going, damn it. I didn't say stop.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
There you go. No, too far. You're too far now. There we go. I'm watching on my screen. You're not seeing it change on your screen.
No, I was watching it change. Like,
yeah.
I
hadn't transitioned it over yet.
Because I was looking at it, I'm like, I'm in the middle.
Nope, it's completely wrong.
Of mayhem.
So, it's going. My cure's actually slightly tall.
You're gonna make me on.
Professional. So that way is way. Good enough. Boop. Slightly smaller. I should really zoom in on Legendary. He's like, boom, look at
The lizard.
Half an hour in. Finally starting.
this is the life. You're welcome.
This is extremely stuck.
And boom. I like that better. Now we have a better picture. Alright, well, welcome to the actual game finally. I apologize everybody. Once again, where we are just going to get right into it after 10 minutes of recording. Perfect. Flawless. I also wasn't streaming on the wrong channel to start. So, to kind of catch up on a quick little what's going on, you were all hired to find Rewix. You found Rewix, who is now in the process of doing some research on the purple vial that you obtained from a dead poacher after hunting down a Kieran. During the time, he says he needs about a week, so you guys decided to go on a hunt. The hunt is known as, I minimized off. Known as a light from the abyss, which you're all kind of all questioning. What is the creature we're going after? At one point, you're like, maybe this is the creature. At the end of the last session, you came face to face. A Legiacris and some underwater Vespoids, the evolved forms.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Good jellyfish.
I completely forgot about our super evolved and specialized Vestoids.
Yes.
No, wait, they're lionfish.
Yes. So you are
Super evasive, got it.
you are currently hunting them down, looking for signs of the creature that you are going for. And this is kind of where we're at. We're going to see how this hunt goes. I need to show off one last thing before we get started, which is Flight, aka Legendary, had commissioned a group photo for everybody in it. So I have a token made. So I'm going to pop up the token here and bam, show it off in all of its glory.
Ta-da!
Did I turn Mini Orc into a token for you yet? I think I meant to. Might have done that and not told you.
Well, I would be happy if you did.
I was planning on it, but then wife and responsibilities and stuff got me. Because yesterday was my kid's, like, we celebrated his birthday early because his birthday is next weekend. But I'm in California for my brother's wedding, which is the day before my kid's birthday, and 2 days before my wife's birthday. So,
All right, but you're in California. None of that matters anymore. You need to go out and spend all your money at Starbucks and then wonder why you're poor.
I hate Starbucks. I don't like coffee.
Exactly.
No.
That's how it works here in California.
I
Burn, die, and be poor.
Yeah, I heard
I
there's a
drink
bunch of
our
fires going
frappe
on.
If there's nothing else to drink.
I mean, I will just not go to Starbucks. Problem solved.
I go to Quick Trip. Best gas station.
Don't even know what
Yeah.
that is.
It's just a chain of gas station that's popping up here in San Antonio a lot, and they're really good.
They're in San Antonio now?
Yeah, I stop at them all the time.
Yeah, they started out in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Ah,
They're for the most part, all the buildings are uniform. So if you go in one, you've pretty much been in all of them, unless they're like a really huge one. So
They have
it's just
actually
really
decent
nice.
food.
They have a kitchen in there. You can order a whole pizza and pick it up.
nice. Well, I will update Mini Orc probably between sessions today. But let's go ahead and get into this as, yes, there's a Nergigantes, underwater Vestoids, and an initiative track.
And initiative.
Oh, that's right. Initiative.
Really glad I have advantage in that.
Hoping to get that net one.
If I recall correctly from last time, I went to bottom. I went to the closer to bottom first because my heavy armor, and I turned it off so I could get a good look at whatever this creature was swimming towards me before it shot me with tried to shoot me with lightning.
If I had time to have watched the VOD and double checked, reminded myself, I would agree with you. I'm just going to take your word for it.
I think we were swimming down, the rest of us.
Probably what it was.
And
I was.
Heavy-
And this is getting much deeper, is
I
one of
was-
the big things on this.
I was still at the surface.
Heavy appears to be poisoned for some reason.
From the coral.
Hmm.
That was the thing that happened. So you are poisoned for 1 hour.
Yep.
Okay. Did I roll for its initiative? I have not yet. Boom. Normally I try to watch the end of the VOD to get like an idea of what's going on before the start of the next one, but I completely had no time.
You always end up right after me. Darn.
Unacceptable, I know.
It completely negates my knock prone thing.
I mean, I'm cool with that. I gotta counter it some way.
I will wonder which dex is higher, mine or the laggy.
So,
That looks like mine.
for the sake of tracking your depth in this case, let's go ahead and use the winged feet thing and like press like the number as you like highlight over it. So like in this case, we're gonna go 90 feet down for the Nergigantes, 90 feet down flight, and it's just gonna be considered within that 10 feet. You can keep track if you're like 55 feet or not, but we know you're at least 50 feet down.
And we all have water breathing on.
Yes.
What thing?
So if you the winged boot, or sorry, it's just a wing, not a boot. I always thought it was winged boots, so it's just like a wing.
My height.
So
counter.
when instead of clicking on the token, you just highlight over it and you press a number, and it should automatically put the number on there for your depth. It's also a good way to keep track of like your rounds for your spells and stuff like that. Right.
It's glitching.
Honestly, it's probably time for me to finally switch to Foundry. Maybe I'll try to focus on that this month to get a Foundry package set up. All right, Mage.
I actually can't control that number.
Oh, it's probably because I put it on there. Let me turn it off and I'll let you do it. Try it now.
Hey, well, I put the number on there either.
Wow, your stuff is just broken.
I'll let you take care of it.
Just want me to do it for you. I see how it is.
Yes, I am lazy.
All right, Mage, you're up first.
How far is it from here?
How
I'll
far?
just attack I'll attack the underwater vest boys to get them out of the way.
Best boys are going to.
Wait. Let me handle them. They have 3 stacks for me.
Okay,
Underwater vest boys are 70 feet down.
that's fine. And how far is the guy, Chris, from me?
It is 90 feet down
Plenty.
from the top of it. So in fact, effectively, it's 100 feet at the floor. All right, but Mage, what do you do?
I don't know. Just thrown into this right now. I shall cast Jeebus. I guess I'll just Eldritch Blast it to start off, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
2 beams.
So
Nice.
you fire the first beam, and just kind of like it's swimming upwards right now, and just kind of like as it's like sneaking along, it just flies right by, missing it entirely. The second one definitely hits as you make contact right at the center of its face.
Yeah. Well, makes up for the first miss.
Yeah, it really does.
Good damage.
Okay. Ah, fuck. Didn't minus it, so it just has 5 HP currently.
That's it.
That's
One
it,
shot.
we
Guys,
killed
it's
it.
looking
I'm dead.
extremely
Nice.
bloody.
Nice.
I should roll for
Quick,
its
throw a
HP.
Pokeball.
I could probably build that real quickly. Give me like 12 hours.
All right. So, as mages, you fire 2 Eldritch Blasts through the water. They completely ignore any kind of issues with water slowing down. They just pass it through, no problem. Smash into the guy, Chris. As your turn comes to a close, do you move? What do you do?
Well, back here is coral, right?
It is, yeah.
Because it's not as deep. They can't really do anything.
Okay.
I'll just move down, I guess. Just try to break that formation.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
We're definitely going to be looking at depth and 3D bullshit right now.
Yeah, I am going to be in the same layer.
Okay. So you're still up to the top of the surface for the most part, just
Yeah.
barely underwater. Are you 5 feet underwater, or are you still actually 10 feet under?
I thought it was 10 feet, right? Dude, increments of 10?
Well, you can still be at those 5s if you want. We can't do that on roll 20 for numbers, for tracking.
I guess 5 feet from the
Okay.
surface.
All right. Gerathor, you are up.
Okay, it looks like I've already taken an adamant pill. I
You're
think.
poisoned.
I'm not.
No, but he is, which means his
They both
attacks
have
are at
disadvantage.
disadvantage. So go ahead and re-roll that second one.
Just once, or?
Just once, yeah. That'll just be the second blast for the crit. It doesn't matter!
Nice.
Roll anyway, see if we get more damage.
Wait, you crit on a 19?
Frenzy virus.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool.
So, Gerathor, please continue.
All right. I've already got adamant pill highlighted. I feel like I may have used one
Probably.
prior. I don't know when or whatnot. So
You want to use it versus the Gobel or the Coral Reef,
Yeah.
so you're more likely you took it right at the beginning.
alrighty. I'm going to swim down 30, so I'll end up being like.
Now, you have innate swim speed, just to make sure, because it is difficult terrain otherwise.
Yeah, I'm using where is it?
Zamtrios hide?
Yeah,
Cool.
Tailblade.
Okay.
So I will swim down 30, which makes this thing 60 feet, and I'm gonna start going for these Vespoids.
Okay. They're 70 feet down.
Yeah, so I should be
They're within range.
within range. Yeah. All right. First one, just the one in the middle with the Kinsect.
An 11. That's a hit.
11 damage.
Yep.
And first charge.
As the poor underwater Vespoid is obliterated.
Alrighty. Second one, the one over this way where I
Okay.
pinged.
That barely
Same
hits.
damage. but a crit.
So yeah, you go flying for, or you hit it, it begins, or it starts to like float downwards, and you watch a fish just like swim and eat it and like swim away with it.
Damn it. Alright, that gives me 2 charges,
Cool.
and I have an extra 5 feet of movement.
Okay.
Red,
white. Red, yellow gets to be white.
Yep.
Down the screen.
What's the likelihood, as I'll change this to be 60 real quick, and I look over at Flight, be like, how are we looking for buff juice?
I look at him as a much lower. Unless you want a suppository from this angle.
Well, I've still got 10 feet of movement because I've got an extra 5, so I can get a little closer to you.
Oh, you get closer, and I got something here.
All right, I'll go my last 10 feet downwards, so I'll be at 70.
Okay. I look at underwater rules. Just so we're clear on some things. So if you do not have a swim speed, just as a heads up, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls if the weapon is not a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. Which in this case, you know, insect glaive, sword and shield, dual blades. Like if you have like the hammer, you have disadvantage unless you have a swim speed. Range attacks you only have to your normal range, even with a like a crossbow, in this case heavy bowgun, light bowgun. So those will go to normal range. If you have a bow, it's made a disadvantage, but none of you have a bow. The guns I'm going to count in the terms of crossbows since they were based off hand crossbows. So those will be rolled at normal.
Yay.
You just have your normal range though only.
Well, that's still 60 feet for me.
Do I only have 60 for the bug?
I don't think the bug necessarily counts because it's technically a creature-like thing, so...
Yeah, that's what
the insect can kind of ignore that rule, I guess.
So I can't find it. I guess I didn't put it in, but I was given a monster part that gives me a swim speed, and I put it as my trinket, but I never wrote it down.
What's it say?
Probably a hydro hide.
Yeah, that's what you guys have given me.
Okay.
Was whatever the one from the traveling merchant, or like we found a merchant or something. It was a really like low CR ghetto one, just to have it.
Lidroth.
It would be in the your group chat if it was in there. That's where I would have posted it.
Oh, it's just a Lidroth that we got.
Okay.
Or Lidroth piece.
Yeah, it was just to solve that problem for me because I didn't have a swim speed.
Okay.
Actually, I think for my bonus action, I will down a potion of cold resist just to be safe because I've never fought one of these before.
Cold resist, okay.
Cold?
Yeah, cold. Don't tell me otherwise, but I'm just gonna go for it.
Love it.
If it's a waste, it's a waste. And that'll be
I don't know.
All right, Gerathor ends as Shaseth. You are up.
No, you said its back was crackling with electricity, right?
It was, yes. I guess I could probably give a better description of it, which I feel like would be better since we haven't talked about it in 2 weeks. So as you see the guy, Chris, it did shoot a lightning ball at you, as a reminder. The last when you guys first were fighting at it towards Flight, it didn't hit. But yeah, you can see on its back it has these spines. They're just like glowing up like a bluish white color, just pulsing, just back across its back. Just my mic's in a bad spot. Fancy. Yeah, so you see that. You can definitely see some like lightning, same kind of color from its mouth. But otherwise, it's still making its way towards all of you, swimming upwards.
Right. I will take a bonus action to take a lightning resist potion.
Okay.
Then I will use my action to cast haste.
Okay.
On myself. Because I can do that.
All right. And that is using the material, the stamina surge,
no.
or something different.
Spell.
Mm-hmm.
Third level spell.
I just want to make sure was it the material or was just an actual spell. I got you. As you are now hasted.
Speed is doubled, so I can move 60. So I'm going to go down directly at it as best I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 30 feet up and it's 90 feet down, so I should be able to reach it.
If you're going 60 feet, yes, you can make it down to it.
Let me just adjust this.
So you just watch as, Shaseth just dives, like, casts a spell. You, since you all have water breathing, you can obviously speak and not have to worry about losing breath. As you just torpedo your way down towards this thing, appearing right in front of it as it's a little surprised.
And I'll use my hasted action to attack.
Okay.
It's at second level smite, or not smite, charge.
Okay.
Swing with advantage. That's
21. And they both would hit.
apparently it decided to roll the damage too.
Oh, we can fix that. I'm stealing your character sheet really fast.
I had that turned off before. They must have turned it back on.
Are you good then? Did you turn it off yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will ignore that.
Yeah. Technically, it's prone.
It is prone.
That's possible.
I mean, it's starting to like float upwards, upside down a little bit. It's kind of like writhing in pain. I think it's the best way to describe knocked prone in the water.
Yeah.
'Cause,
it's a little
yeah,
spinny.
you could be they're consider. I mean, can you be knocked prone in
He's
water?
not prone in the video games. Who knows?
Yeah. If you're knocked prone underwater, you're subject to the effects of the prone condition as normal. One way to visualize it is that you're floundering. So yeah, exactly what we were thinking. So it is prone.
That is the end of my turn.
All right, as your turn comes to a close after it takes a good chunk of damage, it is now
Nice.
its turn. It is going to... Let's see, everybody, see, we got a 9, a 7. Okay. So it is going to have to do that. Because it sees them coming too, and it sees Flight and him and you. So it is going... I know it's gonna attack you. You're the immediate threat, I guess, in a sense.
I moved it on this dude.
Actually, before the end of your turn, because I realize that this is how it works. When you ended your turn next to him, you took 3 points of lightning damage.
Reduced by half.
Mm-hmm.
So 1.
Yes, and then as your turn came to a close, it's gonna use a legendary action before its turn. You watch as the pulsing on its back on the spikes just start to flare faster and faster as it then kind of tightens itself up and just charges through you and up in an upward direction at an angle. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I get to do that advantage.
Now, there is no rules on dexterity saving throws while in water, so
Oh, haste. It didn't matter though.
that's true. Yes, that is a fail.
Do I get a opportunity attack that goes past me?
No, this does not provoke opportunity attacks. I do need you to make me a con save, though, from the 3 damage you took for your haste. And then you need to make another one. Oh, it wouldn't matter. You would have failed this because you were stunned already.
Mm-hmm.
So you're...
Because the dice hate me.
All you needed was one more, man. Do you not add your proficiency bonus to your saves?
Wisdom and charisma.
Yo,
It's only wisdom and charisma? I thought you're a paladin. Don't you get... level 6 paladin gets the charisma to everything.
Yeah, that is.
You only have a +2 dexterity saving throw with that? You have a 0 dex?
I have a -1 dex.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm
then...
making fun of him.
I just wanted to make sure that we were getting it right so that if he could save it, he'd have his haste still. I was trying to work with them there. They're underwater vest boys, just so you know. And... yeah, so it charges through you. You automatically fail to save because of that.
And I'm stunned.
Yes. You take 12 points of lightning damage. And you're paralyzed till the end of your next turn as well.
can Flash of Genius?
I don't think he's in range. Oh, he is in range. Yeah, you're within like 10
I
feet
am
of him.
in range, yes.
But But
Making sure that if I could do it before or after.
I think you can do it after, but it's already being, we already know the result and we've already kind of,
Okay,
That's fair.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, before the actual things happen. Got
and
it.
which I don't
Yeah.
mind normally
I
if like, cause I go really fast. I don't mind if you guys do it like immediately after I say something because that's my own fault. But I feel like we've gone, I went to the
Yeah,
next attack and stuff like that.
I had a mouthful of chocolate.
Okay, now it's its turn, though it has moved up to its speed, which in this is fast as fuck. It is now under you guys, but it is
Well, it's above me now.
above you. Yes, it's actually above. I guess I want to go above. It'd be flying at both of you. In this
'Cause
case,
I'm 20 feet. I'm 20
So,
feet below Gerathor.
move up to its speed. It can just like swim around. So we're gonna have it like it comes this way and it ends up in front of you, Gerathor. Kind of at the height where it's like the bottom of it is at flight and the top of it is like its face is facing like right in front of you, Gerathor. And you just watch as the lightning begins to just charge up in its mouth. And it just opens and it exhales this giant ball of lightning that only goes. You kind of watch like go over your head, and you turn and look, and you see flight behind you as the ball just flight just and explodes about 10 feet above you. I need both Gerathor and Flight to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Also, does Mini Orc.
And Mini Orc. Mini Orc does not.
give a care.
Mini Orc does not need to make a dexterity saving throw. Mini Orc is dead.
No, he doesn't. He's
What's
evasion.
your
Oh, okay, then he does it.
thinger range mid? You're saving for
Within 10 feet, I'm pretty sure is what it is,
I got
and
that
you are technically 20 feet above
Yeah.
him.
that's all good. I just wanted to check the range on it. So I failed
Ooh,
it.
so Mini Orc evades the damage. Then it looks like
Yep, completely. I believe I have resistance on lightning right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna check right quickly.
good because this is gonna hurt.
See if
Oh
it
no,
will
I
kill me.
have Urgot protection. I could just straight up make my save that doesn't matter.
Okay.
I still roll grit.
Do you want to make it your save? I mean, I rolled the damage, but
Oh,
you already
I
take
got
half.
24. So,
right, yeah, you aren't gonna be any better. So you do succeed with a 24. Mini Orc succeeds with a 25. Gerathor, you fail.
It's fine. I take
6
30.
Okay, yeah, say unless you're resistant to it, it'd be 30 rounded down for half damage. And that
7d10.
That would have straight out killed me.
You're still within range.
I have been paid.
That is its turn as it recharges. All right, Flight.
Okay, first things first is slap Gerathor by shooting the equivalent of a cracked out coke needle into his arm from this point and give him haste.
Jerky Artificer.
I'm gonna swim down 30 feet. So you can move me down that way and have Mini Orc follow me and go give me a potion.
Okay.
He'll use one with the graders.
I should have thought if you have dark vision, you can see the guy, Chris. I mean, yes, you can see because it's literally pulsing light. So never mind. As long as you are underwater and whatnot, you're fine. If it was anything else, you'll be able to see within your 60 feet of dark vision. But this thing's a glowing beacon of light in the darkness. Good potion.
16 HP max. So good, pretty good. All right, yeah, I go down 30 feet, and Mini Orc follows me, so you can put my 9,
Well-
12, and I'll...
Well, technically, you're almost at the bottom in this spot.
Okay.
Like 90 is the bottom right now. So if you want to go up, you could.
Well, no, I'm gonna glide across the bottom this way.
Okay.
Mini Orc follows.
Okay. And then you glide around to the point where you won't get attacked by it. Makes perfect sense. Okay.
Careful of the Vespoids.
Bzz, 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 bzz. It's fine. They're up next, and he is an easy target. All right. That's your turn then, Flight.
Yes.
All right. Underwater Vespoid's turn. One flies down to you, Flight. Just bzz, 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 bzz. And then this one flies up towards you, Mage. It can't make it to you, but it dashes and gets within range. Because it was 70 feet down and just traveled 60 feet. Because its fly became a swim speed. And it's going to try to sting you, Flight.
Well, it hits.
I swear to God, if you stun me again.
Oh, I'm excited for this. This is actually going really bad. All right. That is...
12.
It's technically an extra 1 to it on top of it, but I was going to go with he has poison resistance. So it is 11 poison resistance and 2 piercing damage. So it is 13 damage total. And then Flight, I need
just
you.
healed that.
Flight, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw for your spell. You're good.
Okay.
You're not. You're still good there.
I just healed all that.
Oh man! And then make me another Constitution saving throw to see if you're paralyzed. All right, you're good. Because if you would have gotten paralyzed, you'd been incapacitated, which would have also dropped the spell. We learned that in chat the other day. Like if you're paralyzed or incapacitated by some other effect, like a stunned, you drop your spell. Which I didn't realize until like literally the other day. So that is the Vespoid's turn because the other ones are dead. Mage, you're up. There's a Vespoid right next to you. This underwater like bug just trying to stab you.
I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on it.
Rude.
What I guess for being a dumb animal.
So that damage is not. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so all right, make that save.
I'm making the save. Come on, you can do it with my -4. I can get this easy. I just need a natural 20. Come on, Vespoid. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The Vespoid does not make it. And it is just, its mind explodes. And it just slowly sinks into the abyss where a fish grabs it and swims away with it.
This skeleton is like deep down, right, on the base.
Yeah, it's down at the 100 foot mark.
Oh, cheapest.
I mean, technically the ribs would be like probably 30 feet. It's a big ass
I want
creature.
to try to get in here and take cover.
Yeah, you'd have to swim down 60 feet to get to like the top of it.
Ooh. All right, I'll go down 30 feet and be here. So I'm at 4.
Okay. Gerathor, you are hasted. You are all sorts of shiny colors. You are up.
All right. My first hit. Actually, do I? Don't I? Yeah, I think I will. Bonus action. I'm going to earplug.
Okay.
And I will mute mid. And I will mute legendary.
Cool.
And I will activate my crisis.
Okay.
I wonder if this is a good time. Good time to tell him I can telepathically
Then-
speak to him.
I'm going to
Can
see
you?
how this works.
No, I can't.
Hmm?
Oh. Nothing.
But he
Flight
can't
said
hear me.
something.
Ah.
Continue. Sorry.
I'm gonna back to here real quick.
Okay. I will definitely attack you with attack of opportunity. It is going to bite you. 24.
I think I have 20.
With haste and animate pill?
right now.
With the haste and animate pill, because you have a +2
Yeah.
from the animate pill and
Yeah,
2
I'm
from
at
the.
22 right
Okay.
now. I get to 24 in my other one.
Okay. You take 18 points
so
of damage.
that's-
3 is lightning.
So 15 points.
Yep.
All right. Hasted action. I'm gonna shoot the bug, just to get that away.
Okay. The one off Flight.
Yeah, it's the only one left.
Okay. And that one
completes.
is carvable. It starts to slowly float up.
Nice. All right. That completes my infinity kinsect. And my first action, I'm going to stabby stab from 10 feet away at the Legiacris.
Good choice. Good choice. And 18. Both 18s hit.
That's only one.
118 hits.
The first 18 was the kinsect. The second one is the glaive. Second hit is a 16.
All right, that is a miss. So yeah, you mean the first strike hitting it, second strike it just kind of deflects off its scales.
All right. That's my turn.
17, 26. All right. Okay, as your turn comes to a close, it's going to use a legendary action to make a claw attack against you.
That me?
Then it'll be Shaseth, whose turn will immediately end. So 21, Gerathor, that misses you.
Misses. Yep.
Okay, and then it is going to use at the end of Shaseth's turn, as you are no longer paralyzed, and you're no longer stunned.
Yay.
You were double fucked up. It is going to use another legendary action to.
If you had attacked me, it would have been auto crit.
Yeah, true. I didn't think about it, but yeah, not a huge deal. It is going to. Yeah, it's going to use the legendary action. It's going to charge through both Shaseth and Gerathor. So just. Because Gerathor, you're at the top of its body in this case, so it just swims up a slightly. Boom. I need both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw again. 26 just barely succeeds. A 19 also just barely succeeds. As you both take no damage whatsoever. You dodge completely out of the way of it.
Yes.
Noise.
All right. And now it's now its turn. It is going to. Yeah. You watch as the ball, the blue light in its mouth begins to glow once again. And you both, like Gerathor, you just felt this. It hurts. Shaseth, you didn't see it because you were stunned and kind of in your own world for a minute, for 6 seconds there. As you watch, it just releases a ball. It just slowly falls down between the two of you and explodes outward in 10-foot radius. And since you're both within 10 feet, if it's at 80, it strikes both of you. And I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw.
Oh man, fuck
Come
off.
on, Gerathor.
These dex saves.
Come on.
All right, Shaseth, that is a success.
Yay.
Gerathor, that's a fail.
I only have a
Second time
plus
I've
2.
rolled a 4.
52, so that'd be half of it would be 26.
13.
13 for those who are resistant and succeed on their saves. Like Shaseth.
I think this is the lowest I've been in a while.
Yeah, that's right. That is the end of its turn, as it is now Flight's turn.
All right. It's 10 feet above me.
No, it does remind me, Gerathor, you do take 4 points of damage for ending your turn next to it.
I didn't end my turn next to it. I was
You
10
didn't.
feet
You
away
didn't
from
move.
it.
You're correct. Never mind. I stand corrected. You take no damage and you're fine. Shaseth did though. Shaseth, you take 4 points of lightning damage, which is 2.
2 points. It all adds up.
All right, Flight. Please continue.
Okay, so it's 15 feet above me.
It is currently. No, it is. It is at the 90 and like the top of its body is at 70.
Alrighty. Give me 1 second.
No.
AT&T.
Boo.
I am blurry for some reason.
You are blurry. It might just be Discord and their
Closer your character gets to death, the blurry.
Alrighty.
you get.
That would be the best effect ever. Camera slowly go to view as you start to slowly fade to black.
My armor will be very little help here. So what I'm gonna do is, they said it's about 20 feet up. You said.
It is currently, its base is on the ground.
Okay, so that's 10 feet for me. So I'm gonna
Yes.
use my reload ability here.
Okay. So you reload,
I-
empowering your weapons.
Yeah, I get to do it for free thanks to my artificer ability here.
It's actually 15. You have to move 5 feet forward to do that.
Okay, well.
But just, yeah, so you
I
just
move
take
5 feet
5.
forward and move back some more.
Okay. Yes, what you do.
Yep. So I empower myself.
'Kay.
Moving back enough because I have a long range here.
Okay. Yeah, you have your 60 feet.
Yep. We're gonna slime ammo the thing.
Okay.
Slime ammo shot number 1.
20. Oh, I don't know why you have a +1. Oh, empowered. That's why. So 29 just barely hits.
Okay. Well, I lower its armor by 1.
So yeah, it now has 1 less armor. Takes 9 points of damage. All right.
Shot number 2 with second gun will be in the. You know what? Let's do cryo ammo.
Okay. Make sure you declare what you have when you reload, what ammo you're putting in, just for future
Okay.
stuff. Not a huge deal
Yeah.
right now at the moment. I just figure for future, so we're aware. So you can't be like, I actually want to do this.
No problem. Cryo, because I reload at instantaneous speed, so I was just making sure.
Yeah. A 16 is not a hit, so that is a miss.
Darn. Same gun, cryo gun.
Okay. So extra checks would be. It would be your main hand. So in the future, it would be like your main ammo, which would be like the slime ammo, would be the 2 shots, and then it'd be like your cryo would be your offhand, because that'd be your offhand gun, or you switch around the ammo.
Okay.
Because all the attacks would be with the same one on the extra attacks, and the offhand would be the
Bonus action.
the single one. Yeah. Which I think slime as an offhand makes the most sense mechanically. An 18 does hit though.
Alrighty, so that's 16 damage
16.
there, and then it makes a save.
What is DC?
DC, I think, is equivalent to my spell save DC because it never gave me anything. And it failed!
It does fail. It is water blighted.
Hey,
I have to look that up.
Water blight
think you
is
can take
action or bonus action.
Yeah.
Mini Orc will give me a potion.
Hey, Mayor gives you a potion.
Ice Blight's the more extreme one. If we can somehow ever get that.
I heal the 13 damage I just took.
I should have put the goddamn guns in the update. Son of a bitch. I forgot about them.
Do it again.
It's okay, I have another weapon to add soon to the list too, because
No.
there's another Monster Hunter game.
This is officially the last Monster Hunter game I'm ever doing. Game over. Nice and your Patreon's gone forever. No more weapons.
No,
No.
I have one more weapon to add.
All right. Flight, that's your
I'll
turn?
be right. Yep, I'll be right back. I gotta make a phone call.
No problem. It is now the Vespoid's turn. They're all dead. Mage, you're up.
Well.
But isn't the consequences of my actions?
I'm still too far from this thing.
How would you look at that? It's the consequences of my actions.
I didn't roll for recharge, did I?
So from where I'm at, is the distance based more on the depth of us versus like the area of us?
I mean, it's a little bit of both, I guess. Because like I could with like the Geyser's attack, I could put it in a spot where it hit both of them at 80 feet.
So like if I move here, but I'm on the same depth, is that possible, or am I too close to the shore?
No, yeah. Ignore the land in this one. In this case,
Okay, so I shall do that. What was it? Right there. Bump, 30 feet.
gotta zoom out for the stream.
Is everyone in rough shape? Seems that way.
Yeah, they're looking pretty rough. Yeah.
I'm at 2/3 health.
So I guess during that time, 2/3. Okay, so you still have some stuff. I'm gonna swim up 20 feet as I was moving this way.
Okay.
I am back.
Welcome back.
And then there you go. I'm gonna try to cast
That's what I was gonna
how
do.
far is he from here? That's actually a better question.
So let's see. So you are. I don't want Pythagorean theorem. This shit.
Give or take, you're basically 70 feet away from it, if we want to be simple.
I mean, it's not. He's closer to 90.
Call it 80.
I'm calling it 90.
90 feet? Okay.
Because a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then fucking square root of that.
It's always pi, so it's always 3 feet. Attack.
So 90 feet?
I'm going with 90 feet. I'm just the rough version of it without doing any real math.
Can't do much. I guess I'll just Eldritch Blast again. Everything else is too far. Womp, womp.
Both those are misses. But wait, why are you rolling? Oh, right, poison. That's why you're rolling
Poisoned.
disadvantage. Yep.
I don't have an antidote.
If only you had a paladin with lay on hands.
That's it. That's all I got.
Do I cure poison?
Yeah. I gotta double check because now you make me question myself.
You can. It costs you 5. It costs you 5 points.
It's
of
like
healing.
poison and disease. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Neat. The more you know.
Knowledge is power. All right, Gerathor. Before your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to make a claw attack against you.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Nope.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Bonus action. I am going to quick vault, aerial assaults. First hit, and add on. Where is it? There it is. Alrighty. Quick vault to here.
Okay.
Or quick jump, whatever it was.
It provokes an attack of
and
opportunity,
sweep.
right? Because it's
No, it
disadvantage. I couldn't remember if it did or not. You went through its space. You're right. You're good.
Yeah. 22 to hit.
22 hits. It's got reduced H or AC right now because of flight armor or attack. 29 damage. Fuck. 39 total. All right. It's looking bloodied after that strike. It was fighting,
Nice.
and you just pierce through. You don't pass through its space. You literally cut through the Legiacris itself.
Alright. Second hit.
That is.
Sorry.
No worries.
Take
It's just a
off,
15.
No. The top
Crisis.
still has 10. The top still has 10 damage.
So it's 6 there. So it's 6 on the top. Yeah, because the Crisis rolled. No, Crisis rolled a 6.
Crisis and.
Oh, and 4. Gotcha.
Straight. Yeah, flat 4.
All right, so 20 or 30. What the fuck, man?
Hey, you
You built the
invented
class.
it.
You self-agree.
Fucking shit. Oh, well, I just full screen on accident. Oh, sorry, stream. I'll fix that. There we go. I hit the same key to full screen is the same key that switches back to the like starting soon overlay. I fat fingered it.
Before I use my hasted action, I'm going to bonus action consume a greater potion. 13.
That's our lucky number today.
It really is.
I think I'm going to use my hasted action to consume one as well.
Okay.
I'm double trucking. Same amount.
I like how you do capitalize your D's.
Caps lock.
Well, I stand corrected. All right, Gerathor, as your turn comes to a close. Before Shaseth is going to use another legendary action, Shaseth, and it is going to. I think it's going to charge again. It's going to charge through Shaseth, down through flight to here. It's being cautious at this point.
Yeah, I'd rather it not
It doesn't
do that.
like me.
It got fucked up right there. Otherwise, it would have stayed. All right.
Time for more dexterity saves.
Yep, dex saves from Shaseth, mini orc, and flight.
Oh, here's mini orcs. Mini orc being mini orc.
Okay, so
And me. And I'll give myself Flash of Genius. Not that it's probably gonna help much.
are you okay? You want to give it to anybody else? Just making sure before I tell you the result.
I can only give it to one person.
I just want to make sure. So your flash. So the mini orcs is the 15, and yours is the 9. Okay.
And I'll give myself +4.
Okay.
So comes 13.
You all fail,
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, forgot I have this thing in my armor here.
which is
Please don't fucking die.
Whenever make a saving throw to take a. Oh, never mind. I didn't take the dodge action to do that, so I'm getting hit.
you all fail, and you're all paralyzed till the end of your next turn, as you
Really?
take
Fuck.
15 points of lightning damage.
Well,
Seven.
mini orc failed, and he gets immediately bald.
Little small mini like depth charge explosion next to flight bubbles.
And I'm actually paralyzed?
You're paralyzed, yeah, unless you're immune to it.
I'm checking. I don't think I have anything for that. I didn't put the Kieran horn in, which I'm not. Now I'm thinking it would be a great idea to do. Nope, nothing that gives me immunity to paralysis.
Okay. Shaseth's turn comes to a close. You're no longer paralyzed because it was right before your turn. Sorry, Shaseth. I know you want to attack things. I apologize.
That's all right.
You can blame Gerathor. He really hurt it. All right.
It's just that it's like that a Mario Kart gif where they just keeps getting knocked off the edge of the bridge.
Okay, it's on its turn. You're too far away, Mage. It swims towards you, Flight. Just the slow creep towards as you're unable to move, but your eyes you're facing the point where you can see this gigantic mouth coming towards you,
This is gonna suck.
agape as it bites you.
Well, it's a crit.
A 17? No, sorry,
Well,
it's a 20.
paralyzed.
It's a 27.
Stunned.
Yeah, it's a 27.
Which means it's auto crit.
It's an auto crit. So that is 25.
Five?
I am at 0.
All right. And then
What
Go to
what do Water Blight do it?
no bonus action or action, one or the other.
Why
And
can't it make it no legendary actions too?
it continues its swim. To you, Shaseth. And claws at you. 22.
That hits.
Yeah. For 12 slashing. All right.
I'm at half health.
Flight, a death save, please, as I roll my recharge. It recharges.
Well,
That's
fail.
one fail.
Wrong button.
Likely story. As
My turn, so.
so for the sake of it.
Nah, he ignores me.
I
haven't- I hit him once and that's
to him.
it.
Yeah, I was thinking like, does he charge towards him so he can get him next time around?
I might as well be a fish right now.
It's the first.
It is going
TPK,
to. It's gonna make an attack against Shaseth as its legendary action.
That hits.
26. You take 18 points of slashing damage. That was a great roll. All right, Mage, you're up.
Okay, so what's the distance from him?
Currently, we're roughly about the same, about 90 is what we're gonna assume. Because
That might just be enough.
well, you're not as far. Yeah, he's basically almost in the exact same spot he was last time.
Cool. All right, I'm probably gonna kill myself doing this, but I feel like it's needed right now.
Light him up.
I'm
It's
gonna
also-
use one bonus action to cast Hex. It has a range of 180 feet because
Okay.
it's spell sniper.
Yeah, he would be within range no matter what, then for sure. All right, so it is
With
hexed.
You already know what's gonna come next. Magic missile at level 3.
Okay. Only a 3rd level magic missile. Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Come on. work
You're
with me.
approximately 78 meters away from it, or 78 feet.
Oh, the 78 meters. That doesn't help us at all.
Use freedom units
Seventy
here.
Yeah,
feet.
freedom units only.
How many is that in washing machines?
Total damage for each one.
So
4 plus, was that 16 times 5 plus 12?
so the
Yeah, 16.
Oh no,
plus,
so the
Gosh, dang
12 you did so it's 5 strikes.
76. 76.
Pretty sure it's 12 times 5, isn't it?
So it doesn't-
No, wait. Hold on. It did the thing again.
We're okay here. So it's 16. All right, and then we do 12 times 5 for each strike.
So 76.
Double check the math here.
Yeah.
12 5 is 60.
Yep.
16 plus
Don't you be
60.
mathing. You and your non-freedom unit mathing. So yeah.
This is just math.
Oh man, it's too early for that. All right. So Mage, you see, flight starting to like sink to the bottom. Oh, we got puppies.
Turn
I
on
would
puppy
see if I
cam.
didn't-
now.
I gotta set up the puppy cam. It's not unplugged right now. I
I'd see
gave,
him if I didn't have an ad.
yeah, if you would please. They're trying. She's got treats right now for him.
Treats.
Oh my god, her hair is so long.
Her hair is very long. Yeah,
It's amazing.
it goes down to how far does it go down to right now? Past her knees at the moment.
Jeez.
All right, they're in.
I love you. No promises. All right, so Mage, back to this, and then I'll set puppy cam. We'll take a quick 2-minute break. Welcome back in.
We'll see if I die.
All right.
Water in their bowl.
Yeah. So, Mage, you fire the 5 magic missiles come flying towards the guy, Chris, as flight is slowly sinking to the bottom. Shaseth's fighting for his life. Gerathor's over there doing nothing. As
I'm stunned because of someone's
you're
the consequences of someone else's actions.
Look, every time I give you haste, someone else decides.
I can see your
that is.
lips moving, but I
Attack
can't
me.
read.
he's deaf right now.
Take your earplugs out, you jerk.
So, mate, yeah, you fire the 5 magic missile bolts as it strikes on the guy because it's going to chomp down once again on Shaseth, or you see it charging up, one of the two, as it blows holes through each section of it. It lets out a cry of pain. The glowing spikes begin to slowly fade as the sparks are getting slower and slower. It starts to bleed out, and it dies.
Oh,
Perfect.
Killed it.
That was good.
So combat comes to a close. Shaseth, are you going to? Yeah, I'll put New York over here. Well, Shaseth can make it to you before flight. So if Shaseth, if you're planning on healing flight to revive him, then there's no need for no
I
save.
can get to him. I can cast Spare the Dying.
Okay, yeah. So you're safe in this case, as the guy just like onto the ground.
I'll feed him a potion of healing too.
Okay, so I'll get you awake. Give me a minute. I will set up Puppy Cam. We'll replace Mage's face with puppies, and then we'll continue. If you guys want to make carve checks during this little moment here and know what you're planning on doing, discuss it between yourselves, and I'll be back in 2 seconds as I set this shit up. Gotta unplug my.
I'm gonna heal your poison, Mage.
Yeah.
So I given me nice my wife and given her a really long cord for her phone when the power was out. My power was out when she came. I don't remember when she came in here for. Tornado warning. That's what it was.
I assumed you were to say a really long cord for a hair extension for some reason.
I guess I could do calves.
As I wake up, why do I always get hurt so bad?
You are the consequences of your own actions, and they spread to me.
Whose fault that they need drugs?
You think we should take a short rest after this?
I would like
Let's
much
take a look at
longer than a
Puppy
short rest.
My drugs help you, or my drug needs.
I'm gonna need a whole night to repair my New York, even at that.
I'm gonna do. How many calves is it, Aaron? Is it 5?
I don't actually know on the guy. I don't. It's definitely not 5. It could be
I've
4.
seen 3.
It could be
It's
4,
still
but I wasn't
3.
sure.
I had it opened up. It's
Okay.
3.
Yeah, most time if it's gonna be like more 5 or more, it's gonna be an Elder Dragon. Almost always.
So gargantuan one at that.
Well, let's see. Puppy Cam, right? Back to Puppy Cam details.
Yeah, it's 3. I think they should all succeed.
Okay. Turn it on. This should be it. Why is it not working? Deactivate. Activate. There we are. We got Puppy Cam. Transition over for the stream. No more Mage. We got puppies.
Yeah, that's better.
Boom. Puppy Cam.
It's circling its prey.
You know, I was thinking about Awaken, since we have a chance of getting it. You would think with a greatsword it would get actually 4d6 instead of 2d6. Because 3d6 only got half weapon damage.
As much as I would like that'd be broken just because there's Awaken Plus, so it would turn that into like 6d6.
No, I think it only adds 1 more dice. I think.
It adds 1 extra damage dice.
So it would be 5.
So it'd be much more effective on like a great axe or something.
Well, that's why I liked putting it on the light bowgun, because it applies to the second shot, since it's increasing base damage and not adding damage to the shot.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So those are all
I guess
successes also.
The base damage of the greatsword is 2d6 though.
There we go. Okay, so and you have 1 Vespoid to carve. There was one underwater Vespoid that did survive. Also a success. Underwater Vespoid. 1 success.
New subspecies hasn't been seen before.
So I'm just gonna throw this out to you guys in terms of gameplay mechanics, because we've always ran our hunts where it's you guys go, you have your 1 like 3-hour session to go, and then it's fucking over. You do have the option to take long rests during these hunts and have extra days, because even if somehow if we end up going the entire stream this time, we'll continue the hunt next time. So you don't have to feel like you have to continue on with low HP or consume a bunch of resources right now versus trying to find a place to like rest and reset just to bring it up.
it might be better to reset. I don't want to down a crap load of potions.
We've only been awake for about 2 hours, and I'm in such pain.
I mean, how many spells do we have left? How many long rest resources have we used?
So I mean, you get one in terms of, since we're not like on like a travel route in this case, you'd have your one long rest a day. So this would be your one long rest for the day if you guys took a long rest, or if you guys decide to take a short rest. You still have as many. You can take your I typically like going like 2 short rests typically, but maybe 2 or 3 short rests at most, because I mean you get whatever your hit dice are. But you get one long rest every 24 hours. So you'll have if you take a long rest now, you guys will definitely probably sleep tonight, but you won't get any benefits of a long rest if you do.
Yeah, I'd say that we should use a short rest instead of a long rest. We can use hit dice.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
I'm either or. I'm only down 3 health and just like 2 my max level spell slots. So
And you can get those back in a short rest anyways.
No, it doesn't. Well, I mean, Arcane Recovery gets them up to 3
it
levels
just
worth.
requires finagling with spell because I still get spell points.
Right,
and
you're
everything else.
bullshit, right?
Yeah, infinite spells.
All right.
I'm good.
If we get, let's get somewhere safe so we can go take a nice rest.
Maybe we can appraise some of the stuff that we just cut up.
Yeah, I'll do that. I got
Should
I
go
got
on this island
identify
here,
as a ritual.
if there is an island there.
Yeah, I would say there'd reasonably be one of them. We're gonna go with like, we're gonna go with the southernmost one. Not southernmost.
With a single tree.
With one little tree of happiness.
I make a nest in it.
I'm just gonna move these off screen.
No mini orc for the duration of this fight. No mini orc for the duration of this film.
So, as you guys go to the one island in this section to try to rest, all your buffs,
Psychoserum last?
all your other stuff is gone. What's that?
How long does Psychoserum last?
A number of times. I think it's 8 hours, something like that.
Yeah, it's another reason not to take a long rest, because Gerathor used one.
Yeah,
All right. Roll
Psycho Serum. There we are. It lasts for 24 hours, actually.
Ah.
So you guys can still take a rest, and that's still okay if you want to take a long rest for some reason. But we are resting. But don't roll your hit dice until we roll and see if there's any kind of encounter and stuff too. By the way, I mean I'll let you guys count those, but you may not get that hit points if something happens prior to the end of the rest.
Oh no, I won't gain 2 HP back.
That's right. Gerathor, make me a survival roll, please.
Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll 2 ones.
Okay. All right. So, as you're all, no one's sleeping really during this time. You're all just kind of relaxing, probably up against a tree, trying to stay out of the heat. An hour goes by, and nothing happens. It is quiet. It is peaceful. There's a couple maybe large waves that take over a good chunk of the island, but maybe your pants get wet, but you were already in the water anyway, so who cares? As you can expend your hit dice to heal. And anything else you get back on a short rest. Or if you do finicky things like what that mage does. Is this guys the first time you guys have seen the other dog, by the way? I don't know if you guys have seen Go-Go
so.
on the webcam. She is very spotty.
Yep. Ooh, I'm rolling hot.
Okay, well I'm back up to near.
So many hit dice.
I don't know if I bother using another hit dice to get 2 health.
You probably shouldn't.
I don't think that's the attitude you want to take over there. I think you would want us to do that.
I'm just saying, I am not here to murder you guys unfairly.
I disagree.
I mean, it's basically like get half of him back on the long rest.
Yeah.
So if I did, I would go back.
But if you need another short
rest,
if you end up needing another short rest, that's 1 hit dice where you only get 2 HP back from at a max. you know.
And I'm out of
Exactly.
Flash of Genius just for today. I don't know where I used them for earlier, but apparently I used them.
I think probably during the Coral Reef.
Yeah, I'm at full. I
Ma-
used the last 5. I used 5 points of lay on hands.
Mage, you are no longer poisoned also, which I think you already removed,
Earlier.
but just bringing it up.
Right. I need to look at the dang Warlock spell table.
As
I'll grab mini orcs. I got mini orcs bag of holding, so I have that with me now too.
Yep. I mean, I would have honestly assumed like if mini orc dies, it just for the most part. But if you wanted to, I guess this is how we can set this as a precedent on it. For mini orc, when he dies, does he drop his bag of holding every single time, or does it just poof away with him?
Well, if he gets his own trinkets, I'll say poop away with them. If he doesn't get his own different trinkets, then he gets a drop.
I mean, it's like just the equipment he's holding or he has in any sense of the way poofs with him, or if it doesn't, then it just all starts to sink. If that makes sense.
When he reduces to 0, he turns into a gem or back into his gem that he's made from.
It's kind of like the Druid Wild Shape in a sense where it's like everything gets like, you know, merges in with it. So I mean, it's up to you if you want, because that'll be like from now on. If Mini Orc ever dies, he'll always drop the bag of holding, or if he dies, it melds in his gem with him until you revive him and it's usable again. That's your decision to make right now.
Both sound really useful. I actually rather like the idea of him dropping things.
Okay. I mean, if that's what you want. That's cool. I just want to make sure that we're clear on that for any future shenanigans.
Alrighty. Yeah, he'll drop it. He's a lovely NPC. He drops things when he dies.
Okay. Cool. So, as you all spend your hour resting up, recuperating, you know, maybe cleaning, fixing some of your armor and stuff like that from some of the damage from the Legiacris. During that hour, you each spend some time identifying one of the materials and their effects. So we have 4 materials, 3 Legiacrises, and 1 Vespoid. Who wants to roll what? I guess who wants to roll the Vespoid?
We can all roll 1.
But
I'll
what?
roll Vespoid.
All right, so Shaseth's going to roll the Vespoid. Everybody else will roll a d20 for the Legiacris.
Gosh dang it. You made me roll a 1.
Way.
Nice.
Wow, that's some good rolls. That's good. All right, let's see what we get, guys.
We don't get the shell shocker.
Well, to be fair, it's everybody. It's group loot still because there's not 4 Legiacris materials.
Oh no, I mean like that's what I rolled.
And I
Gotcha.
I have the group loot stuff over here on my computer, so I can pass that out when we're
Oh,
done.
fuck me! I opened the bestiary, not the actual handouts. I have too many tabs here. Monsters, Leviathans. All right, so Legiacris plate. You have resistance to lightning and thunder damage while you wear this armor. Or light bow gun rapid fire. Whenever you use the attack action on your turn using this weapon, you can make 1 additional attack with it as a bonus action. And that means literally one extra attack, not rapid fire attacks. So there's that one. Then an 18 gets you a Legiacris horn, which has never been seen before. I had to show it to all players. You have resistance to lightning damage while you wear this armor, the slightly weaker version of the plate. And then this weapon has 4 runes. When you hit a creature with this weapon, you can expend 1 of its runes to have the target make a Constitution, DC 16 Constitution saving throw, or be incapacitated and have its movement speed reduced to 0 for 1 minute. It can repeat its saving throw at the end of turn, ending on a success, and blah, 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 blah. Sexiness. And then finally, a 10. A claw. Ooh, you're scared of the claw. 1d6 lightning damage for weapon attacks.
Nice.
CR 14, this creature is, right?
Yep.
Correct. All right, and then we got...
Oh yeah. I want to dive back down,
Nope.
and I think the skull is a little too big to carry around. I want to try and just for like not
Break a
like,
horn?
trying to grab material. Yeah, I'll rip a horn, and I also want to cut like one of the pectoral fins. Does it have like back fins or just
It just
like,
they're like
or are they just like
spiked.
scales?
They're like large, like I don't
Basically,
know.
I'm
I don't
trying
know
to
the
get ornaments.
I don't know the anatomy of a Legiacris for what those things would be called, but it does have like it's where it generates its lightning from. It's kind of like
Shell
a
shocker.
yeah. So it's you can grab one for like trophies.
Yeah.
narrative trophies. And then you guys also got a Vespoid shell, I know, super impressive, for that Vespoid. The underwater Vespoid, which can find honey.
Underwater honey.
Now I'll bring up, if anybody wants to during the short rest, I guess technically it would be, yeah, if you want to try to have someone put one of these materials in your gear, so that would be Flight's job, using his like smithing tools, and you'd have to succeed on a check equal to the carve DC of the creature. And if you succeed, you put the material in. If you fail, it's not destroyed. You just can't put the material. You can't put the material into your gear until you make it back to town. So I don't know if anybody specifically wants something from this or not at this exact time.
You let me know.
Unfortunately, none of it's really like I would want the plate, but I got the thing from the Chaotic Equinox, so I will forfeit going for the plate.
Is there anybody that wants something specifically right now? Because we can pass this gear out now, and then we can ignore it for later.
I wouldn't mind the plate. More resistances.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you have a resistance to lightning also right now, I think, correct, Shaseth?
Only from a potion.
Oh, that's what it was from. Okay. So, all right. Is everybody still cool with him getting the plate then, as it sounds?
Yeah.
All right, plate goes to Shaseth. Anybody want the horn, the claw, or the shell? If not, I will just pass them out.
The horn can be really useful for somebody if they're doing a status build.
I mean, you could also take the horn and put it in a trinket for a hunt where you guys know you're going to need lightning resist.
Yeah, like this one. Probably.
I'll just take the shell for simplicity, and maybe I'll trinket.
If you don't want, I'll just put it on our group parts list.
Yeah, well, Vespoid shell is going to go to Gerathor because he said he wanted to grab onto one.
Does anybody want the claw? Or are we going to completely pimp out old mate with a claw?
Jacob! How's it going?
Jacob gets a Legiacris claw.
I mean, that'd be pretty powerful for him.
That would be.
Does anybody want it?
No.
I've already got a D8 of lightning damage, so it's...
I do straight bludgeon damage, so I'm good.
Alright, it's Jacob's material.
Alright.
Alright, I'll hold on to it till we get back to town.
Just put like a quote, like a parentheses, Jacob.
Alright.
Oh wait, this dude's gonna like faint.
And then the horn is going to who for a potential trinket? I mean, I guess it would be between Flight and it would be between Flight and Mage in this case because Gareth already has
Mage
lightning.
can't do it.
I say there's well, he could put it in a trinket for if you absolutely need it, you know.
Yeah, but he can't have resistance.
Oh right, yeah, fuck you, Mage. So Flight, it's yours.
I put it on the group weapon list for later because maybe I like Jacob later too.
I mean, the weapon effect isn't bad either.
It's not, no.
With how Amel rolls.
Yeah.
It's 4 shots of not being able to take actions.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Well, you guys decide on that later. Not a huge deal. So, your rest complete. Your materials have been identified. Shaseth, did you want to have Flight try to put that into your gear now, or did you want to wait?
I'll be using it as a trinket, but I wouldn't be able to switch it out because I have to be able to have a swim speed and stuff, so I can't use it.
Okay.
You have 2 trinkets in use already?
You can only use one at a time.
Right, using action to swap between them.
And mine's currently my swim speed and breathing water.
Ah. Alright.
So
then I will do that for you later.
The rest comes to an end. As you look around, though we have a map with land on it, there is no land. As you kind of step to the edge of this island here, you look down, just fades into darkness. You were already all down below, you know, around that 100 or so feet, where the reason you could see it was because of Legiacris and its electricity itself, but it's just pure darkness down there beyond 60 feet. For those of you that have dark vision, those who you don't have dark vision, you can see about 30 feet down before the sunlight fades into darkness. Currently.
Did I give someone goggles at night last time?
Yeah, I already have dark vision, so it might have been for Mage.
Yeah, I think it was for me.
Okay, I'm making sure someone had it.
So, I think that gives everybody dark vision. Then maybe I'm not entirely sure. I think because I'm pretty sure Shaseth has them. I think Shaseth has dark vision. Flight, do you have dark vision?
I can cast it myself. I did not earlier, unless I did. Let me check my spells. Does not look like I. Oh, I did cast the second level spell. So yes.
Okay. So you have dark vision from the spell. How long does that last for?
It lasts for
8 hours?
8 hours.
Okay, so you're still good. You still have... It's roughly been about 2 hours into your hunt so far. We're going to go with it being... Because I didn't write down the time of when you guys started. We're going to go with it being 10 o'clock in the morning. Because you would have probably started your hunt when you got... You woke up from your hunt. Or from camp. So, what do you guys do?
Should we start scouting out again, seeing if there's any unusual water problems going on ahead?
Good idea.
Which direction are we going?
That is an important question.
I look at Gerathor.
Which ways can we go?
So, you came from the north, east. You have, as you look around, a path to your south, a path to the west, and a path to the east.
To the south.
You can also get resources here.
You could look around for some resources. Your spotter can find that guaranteed one potentially, as long as it makes sense for it to be in the area.
Would there be any bugs on this island?
So your spotter, let's clarify on that, is Shaseth. So yes, Shaseth. Do you want there to be bugs on this island?
I would like there to be a bug on the island.
There is a bug on the island.
Who is good at finding bugs?
Which, nature
I'm good at finding them,
or
I just
sleight
can't
of
catch 'em.
hand? Pretty sure.
Oh, sleight of hand I'm okay with.
I think Mage usually uses like a gust cantrip.
Gus
Yeah.
cantrip does guarantee it, yeah.
Yeah, the only reason it's up to you guys if I don't. Simply if you have materials that let you gather extra, since
Mhm.
by using a cantrip we don't do that.
I don't think we have for bugs.
My other trinket does give me two bugs.
Alright, you go for it then.
So you
Alrighty,
switch trinkets around.
I get ready. I get ready to pounce like the bird I am, and swing my hands.
Oh,
You
As always,
you all
I
hear a
fail you
loud
bugs.
clapping sound, and then fuck.
I have never once caught a bug despite having a +4. I look at the trinket. I look at you. You want it?
that's okay.
One of the little legs twitches in his hands.
I think he squished it.
Yeah, I think next time I'll bring a bug net. I pull up the little cage I made a few sessions ago for a vest point. So I've been trying to catch a vest point for a while now, but they keep dying so quickly.
Yeah. Oh well. Which way did you decide we were going?
South.
Ah,
You know what they say about south?
Come on, man. The Vespoids are like the freest thing ever for me.
Yeah, but I just want to catch one so I can get forever in power.
So we had an important question in chat that I had to answer by bringing up the picture once again. So someone asked how Flight can hold a gun if he has wings, or does he have hands? And here is your answer. He has wings on his back, and still has hands. Though they look kind of like feathers.
I'm an Americocra.
Boom. We got Mini Orc in here also, which I'll be updating his picture to later today.
Yeah.
So,
I am not a griffin. I'm not one of those inferior species. How dare you?
I need my scout to... Oh, actually, I need a Trailblazer check from Gerathor first, and then my scout Flight will need to make his stealth and perceptions.
21.
Ah, that's what that is, okay.
Stealth and perception. I do not have advantage on perception now because Mini Orc's not here.
You do not.
Magic.
Now, are you flying above, or are you going
Yes.
back underwater? Okay, so
I am flying above. I'm gonna be a nice, decent way away from the water, so I don't get nabbed by some random water creature.
So, I will just mention as just a recall for the description of the hunt is that there's no solid info to go on for this one, but other than reports of an ominous light radiating from the depths. So flying high above may not be an effective way of scouting, I'm just saying. It may be time
Well,
to go into.
what time was that report given?
Well, we'll see. A while ago. So
Well, I was asking if it was during the day that report was given or night, because they didn't specify when. If it's light during the day, it's easier to pretty easy to find.
So, as you are traveling about flight, you can see you're 60 feet into the water or so. About beyond 30 feet, it gets to that dark vision at that point. So you're just kind of seeing grayscale at that point. And you happen to notice. Fine, deleted. Delete. You happen to see in the center of the area here, centered on this black spot on the map, is a large whirlpool. Has about a 15-foot radius, so about 30 feet across, centered directly in the middle of the darkness.
Well,
You see
whirlpools
a glint of light deep below. That's what you see.
I don't have many orcs to go scout out for me anymore either.
It's gobble
Pain.
breeding season.
I fly back to everybody else.
Okay. He flies back to you after maybe a couple minutes. You guys are still probably gathering your things and get ready to step into the water as he reappears.
I found a whirlpool and an ominous slide at the bottom of said whirlpool.
Cowabunga.
Probably a gobble. Again.
Well, if you would like, I could throw a barrel bomb that way and see if it works.
I might
I
be
mean-
able to hit it with a firebolt, like a small depth charge.
Oh, you're light enough. I probably can carry you over there if you like.
I'm probably also light enough to be sucked into that whirlpool.
Well, if I'm carrying you, you won't be sucked in.
I guess it's worth a shot. I can't breathe underwater, so it's not like I'm gonna drown.
Yep. Water breathing is 24 hours, right? Or is it 8? I
Yeah.
can't remember if it was that or 8 hours.
24.
I'll pick up Mage and go fly him over towards the whirlpool, and I'll say to Gerathor and Shaseth, "See you guys when you swim over there."
Okay.
This can't go wrong.
Nope. There's
No.
nothing to worry about whatsoever. I agree. 100%.
Absolutely.
Okay. So,
Staying a good distance above the whirlpool, still doing this.
So I'm gonna cast light on the barrel bomb, so that way I'm able to see it.
okay.
Right, an object. Oh wait, no large. Yeah, 10 feet in any dimension. Yeah, cool. And then my firebolt has a range of 200, 240.
Okay. So you're
Yeah,
just
240 feet.
fire down into the whirlpool.
Yeah.
So I drop my barrel. No, there it is. I have like barrel bombs. Good.
Okay. Drop the barrel bomb into the whirlpool. You're trying to drop it in the center. Give me a. How far are you dropping it down? How close are you getting to the whirlpool before you drop it? I think is an important question.
I do ask Mage this because that's one of my very precious, very expensive barrel bombs.
I mean, it's your call. I'm just trying to focus so I can shoot it.
Well, I'm gonna aim best I can so it's not gonna get soaked before it gets in there because it's already in a barrel. So I'm gonna set it to be directly over here in the center.
Okay. How
And
high
I'll be
above?
about 30. I'll drop it from about 30 feet up.
I mean, they should still work underwater. Remember,
I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's just I'm just.
Yeah,
You
I
can
dropped
make,
it from about 30 feet up.
okay, so you drop it from 30 feet up. Right. Would you, as you're flying over it, you have Mage by your feet, talons wise, or is Mage?
Yes.
And then you're holding the barrel bomb with your hands while flying with your wings. Okay. So as you fly over, you're 30 feet up. You drop the barrel bomb, and he goes. Roll me 3d6.
Okey-dokey. This is a large barrel bomb, by the way.
Okay. Okay, so you drop it, and you hear a loud, as you basically just dropped a barrel from 3 stories up into raging water. You hear a crack and a crunch, and it definitely starts to break open. You're watching as some of the gunpowder is starting to leak out into the whirlpool, but it did not completely break. It's still partially intact. It starts to sink down. Just look at
Mage.
and starts to go down, and you're seeing it go deeper. And you cast light on it, is what you said, correct, Mage?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see it. How far are you planning on letting it go down? I guess is a question.
3 seconds of it draining, I guess.
Okay, 3 seconds going down. All right, we'll say it can go. We'll say it goes 30 feet per second. So it gets down 90 or so feet. You can still see the glow down below in the darkness, just a glint of light through like the white rapids of the whirlpool. And then you release your firebolt.
Yeah.
Yes, so firebolt enters into the whirlpool. Make me an attack roll. I was gonna say disadvantage because you're trying to shoot something that's like moving around. It's not just like going directly down. An 11. It does not hit. Let's just say that. And your firebolt eventually dissipates at the 240. It does not seem to impact anything within that range.
Figures.
Do you want to try again?
Did you
It's
get it?
getting deeper.
Yeah, do it again.
Okay, make one more shot. 11.
Damn.
So you're firing, and at this point, the barrel bomb gets so deep that the light just fades away. And it sinks somewhere into the depths below, alone. Leaking gunpowder, never to be seen again.
Yeah, they're going to come across this and they're going to explode.
Yeah.
You got another one?
Sure, but I don't want to waste another barrel bomb. I'll bring something else out.
So, Flight, would you give me an athletics check? As obviously you drop this, Mage is casting, so he's moving around a bit.
No.
As Mage, you're asking, do you have another one? And Mage, that's right when like you start hearing like tearing on your clothing, as like you feel talons like digging into your shoulders as he's starting to lose his grip on you, and then you start to fall. As you splash in the water, it's only 30 feet. You are now in the whirlpool.
Is it about time for us to show up?
Were you guys swimming? It was like you guys are swimming. Yeah, you guys are like on the edge. You can see the whirlpool, and you're just kind of sitting there. As you see Mage fall into the whirlpool, and I'm gonna need Mage. Oh, I'm breaking stuff here.
Can I use my reaction?
To do what?
Cast Misty Step to get 30 feet away from the whirlpool.
Yeah, you could. You'd be able to see it, correct?
Misty Step.
You just see where you're going. That's the only thing I want to clarify. It is a bonus action, which is fine. We're not in turn order right now, so it's not a huge deal.
Teleport 30 feet unoccupied space you can see.
All right, so you can teleport yourself up into the air, 30 feet you can see, but technically it's a whirlpool, so all it is water of the whirlpool on either side of you.
Well, I mean, like, as I'm falling, it's like, oh crud, dude, kind of thing.
Roll me a... Give me intelligence or wisdom, just straight check, which I'm not sure which one of yours is better.
Sure.
Man,
I just want to see like your reaction time. Like you see that you think quick and go, or you don't think quick.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
You're not poisoned right now, so it would be normal, yeah. A 14, I think that's reasonable enough to be like you have enough time to react. Like you're calm enough. A normal person probably would have been freaked out and never been able to do this. We probably wouldn't have been able to misstep in the first place, but that's besides the point. As you think quick and you have time to teleport somewhere into the water, because that's all that's around you, but out of the range. You do see Gerathor and Shaseth, where they're basically at right now.
Okay. I'm gonna cast mending on my suit so I can fix it.
Okay, yeah, fix the tears on your shoulders. Little trickle of blood starts to seep through after you mend it.
Prestidigitation,
Mhm.
clean.
Cleaned. Perfection. Okay, so Mage is now next to you two. Flight is currently hovering 30 feet above the whirlpool center.
Any other ideas?
I'll fly back over the rest of the group. Why? Since I noticed he's over here.
Yep.
Well, we could try to move past it, I suppose, or go down there and see what happens.
Going down sounds fun.
Yeah. However,
It
I
is-
would think we should secure ourselves to each other in some form. That or just hold on. Well, something a little bit more than just that. I'm not exactly the strongest person here. My strength alone won't be able to hold me down. I do have some hemp rope on me. We can tie some decent knots around, and if we get in trouble, we can easily cut it.
I'm up for it if you are.
If we're going down deep, I'm ready to dive.
We have the rock that is flight.
I've
armor.
yeah, I activate my armor now, and then we'll I get to the water, start swimming, put my armor on, and then just now I'm going to Terminator my way through the underwater.
So I have 2 spools of 50-foot hemp rope.
Okay. Who's gonna tie him? To everybody.
Probably me.
Sleight of hand or
Uh,
something?
I'm always
So
okay
I would
with.
assume survival.
I'm good with survival. Even athletics to see how tight you tie them. But either one works. I mean, it's like how well you tie them, how tight you tie them. There's not like permanent knots you can never get loose. To cut the rope to get free with athletics.
Does the psycho serum count for this?
No,
survival
it
rope?
does not. That's for tracking specifically.
Yeah.
You are not tracking the rope.
Maybe I am. I'm tracking someone with the
This
rope.
is this is my prey.
Look, you
All
found
right,
it.
let's see. 14.
14.
Not great.
You
but
think you tied it well enough?
I'm going to take a look at it to be safe because I've had bad ropes come undone on me already.
Fair enough. Prior experience problems.
You want to give me advantage?
Investigation?
To it?
The rope incident.
Yeah, the rope incident. Someone is that investigation to check to see how his rope is doing, or do I just roll? Do I roll?
Give me. I think investigation makes the most sense. 19. I knew. So the rope incident was a thing on someone else's backstory, which is he was an artificer, and there was a rope incident, which was never actually fleshed out what it was, which makes it hilarious because it was always brought up. So 19, looking at the workmanship, I mean, it's a pretty good rope, but like you're looking at the whirlpool, looking at this, you think this is probably not good enough. Like, but you're not 100%.
I try to tie it with my gauntlets on. I forgot I'm wearing gauntlets.
Oven mitts. So yeah, you don't really necessarily. So you try to fix it. Yeah, you think you're good.
I look at my gauntlety hands, and they're not meant for building things in gauntlets.
Nope.
Come on, man. If you thought it wasn't good enough, you could have just told me to fix it.
As I'm under the water talking to you.
Can I attempt to fix it? Seeing that he doesn't think it's good enough.
Yeah, I'll let it go.
Like-
you're like there. I did it.
I give you a thumbs up.
And this is tying. You're tying for each and every person right now. This is the one roll for. So everybody's is I'm assuming tied to this rope.
Yeah, I figure we can like chain.
Yeah, you only need one rope for this. You guys have 50 feet for 4 people. I think that's plenty. About 10 feet per person. Easy enough.
Got some slack.
As you guys are going to enter into the whirlpool with Flight going first. In his armor just to pull you all down easier and faster.
One small step for man, one giant leap for bird kind.
22 hours of water breathing. Let's make it work.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and have my Trailblazer make another Trailblazer check. As you're entering into a new area.
Down in
Okay,
the
20 bar.
deep Goblin Town.
Down and down into the deep. Who knows what we'll find beneath?
Okay.
All right, so you'll need a stealth check from me and a perception.
Not really a stealth check in this case. You're literally just like getting dragged down. There's no way to be stealthy at all, but a perception check, just kind of look around and see what you might notice as you're being spun in a circle and whatnot. 22. Okay. So I think how I imagine this happening is like you tie everybody's tied up. Flight checks like tries to fix it with his mittens, can't do it. So Gerathor's like, no, I got this, and you tighten it a bit tighter. And then Flight takes you drop your armor temporarily at least to then fly up above the whirlpool center, and then you just kind of like start to like free fall, and the armor appears on you as you just drop into the center of the whirlpool. As everybody else, you're still on like kind of the edge of it ish. You've been kind of dragged a little bit in. And you all just start getting just yanked down towards the center. You're not spinning in a circle, you're just getting pulled straight down into it as you begin making your descent into the darkness below.
I activated Rubber Ducky.
What is the order? So it's Flight. Who are the next? What order are you guys going with? Who's in what spot on the rope chain?
Flight, me, Mage, Shaseth.
Yep.
Because we don't want the lightest person being an anchor.
I do imagine
What's wrong with that?
Mage is literally like your back is like bent in an awkward position. You should be like just like pulled down from the speed, unable to keep yourself like trying to pull yourself forward, but you're unable to. It's like being on the little like spinning tires like at the playgrounds where like you just spin as fast as you can with your feet, and you're like trying to hold on. That's kind of the position you're in as this is going down the whirlpool. So as eventually you hit a point where the whirlpool is like, it's the final part of the funnel as you're slowly just drifting down into the darkness below. You've traveled, you guys are used to distance traveled, so you definitely kind of keep at least your bearings on how deep you're roughly going. Roughly-ish.
100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters.
Flight probably literally has some type of thing. Yeah, you're watching Flight, you have your thing, and then you're starting to watch it crack and break. You're like, oh no. But, no.
Water pressure, too great.
So we're not going to deal with water pressure and all that stuff like that right now. But you kind of keeping track. You're about 500 or so feet under this section, like entering into the abyss below, which is another about 100 or so feet above that. So you're about 600 feet down from the actual sea level. And as you're going down, it's spinning and twirling. And because you're spinning and twirling, but you're all spinning and twirling at different speeds, the rope is tightening and getting taut in spots. And as this happens, Gerathor and Flight, both of you begin descending much faster than Mage and Shaseth as the rope snaps between the two of you.
Oh no.
So you're separated into groups. As Mage, with his light body, starts to kind of really go through the whirlwind itself and starts to spin around you, Shaseth, as you're going deeper because you're heavier. And you kind of both get like tangled up in each other, unable to move, restrained, as the other two begin sinking faster because it's just Flight and heavy armor.
It's like the gravitron. You're looking at it across at each other. It feels like, it's like you're looking up, but it's across.
My descent increases. I'm like, wait a minute. Why did I suddenly lighter? I look up. Oh no.
Yeah, there's less drag now. So currently, you see this happening. What do you guys do? Right now, Shaseth and Mage are basically like tangled up in ropes. You can still kick your feet. You really can't move your arms that well, so swimming's gonna be a bitch and a half. And then you have Flight and Gerathor. Currently, Flight and Gerathor, you're still just sinking down.
And we're still in the current, right?
You're still in the current, but you guys are just spinning in circles now. It's getting very dizzy.
I want to try to disentangle myself.
You can try to like break the rope, because right now it's like, I mean, you had like 10 feet of rope between the two of you that is now wrapped between, and then you also have like a little bit of rope that broke from Gerathor's part. That's not like just like batting you guys every so often and hitting you.
I will grab Mage's, since he's probably wound up tight to me.
Yeah, you're both like stuck together.
I'll put an arm around his waist and then, flex my way through the rope.
All right.
Or attempt to.
All right, go ahead and give me this will be just a straight. I want to do straight strength versus athletics, but I feel like athletics could work for this. You're trying to flex, and we'll go with athletics is fine.
It's a 1 point difference.
Aha.
Actually, no, better.
Yeah, say it should be better. It should be your proficiency. It should be like a +4.
Yeah, I was looking at strength save instead of strength.
Gotcha. 21. So yeah, so you said you grabbed onto Mage, or you're just like facing Mage as you like just like flex and break.
I put an arm around his waist to hold tight to him, and then flex the rope
Okay.
to burst it up.
I mean, reasonably, I would probably do it disadvantage because you're only using one arm in this case, kind of. So go and make one more roll.
Even better.
Okay, good. So, I mean, I assumed it would be okay. I just wanted, I feel like that's what makes the most sense. So, yeah, you grab Mage around the waist and you just flex and the rope just tatters. This 25 feet of rope for the most part is now just shreds for the most part. As you are free, but neither of you are connected to each other.
I'm holding tight.
Right now, I say, yeah, in a sense, like you're not connected by anything besides literally holding on to him. As we're going to flash down to the slightly lower depths, about 100 or so feet down, where currently we see Flight and Gerathor still sinking. What do you guys do?
I sent them
We
radio
still-
waves, apparently.
We still in the current at that depth?
Mm-hmm.
Was it getting weaker? Should
No,
be easing
it's
eventually.
it's not easing, but you also can't see the bottom yet.
Get
I'm gonna try
smacked
and-
by a random barrel bomb.
I'm gonna try
Boom.
and talk to Flight and tell him to take his armor off. And we're gonna try and swim with the current and swim out of it.
So he's yelling this because you're spinning in circles. There's definitely some noise going on here as you hear him Flight, and there's no need for a check. You're only 10 feet away from each other.
Okay, in the kind of underwater like diving voice you would hear from the speakers, because it comes out of armor in this case.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, do you know what whiplash is?
Yes.
I take my armor off, open my wings, and whee!
So, all right. So you open your wings. Give me an athletic check to try to open your wings in a whirlpool that is literally crushing down on you at the same time. All right, yeah. So Flight opens his wings, and you just come to Flight. You kind of come to a brief stop, or at least your speed just slows extremely fast as Gerathor flies by you with a rope, and you feel a tug. Give me another athletics check as you're trying to keep your composure as Gerathor is he has no way to slow himself down other than you literally slowing him. All right, yes.
Power of America.
Yeah, you're ready for it. You've had this happen at some point in time in some other hunt prior to this point, where which is another story for another time. As you brace for it. Your back doesn't hurt because you know what's coming, and Gerathor, you are abruptly stopped. Does the rope break? Let's find out. Gerathor, roll me a D100. On a 25 or less, the rope breaks.
Breaks.
Breaks. I felt like that was a real good chance for it not to break, and I was a liar. So yeah, you stop, and you have him. He stops. Gerathor stops for a brief second, then you hear a as the rope just snaps, and Gerathor continues to descend down.
All right. I've come to the conclusion that I might need to stop a whirlpool. Do you
Okay.
have anything for that?
While you look for that, we go back to the other two. Currently ropeless, Mage in hand, slowly spinning down a whirlpool.
We are in for the ride.
All right. Mage, you trying anything? You just kind of letting it happen.
Well, there's not much I can do. I can cast the whatchamacallit. Whatever. Nah, I'm good.
All right, you're good. All right. All right. So, as you make your way down, just slowly going. Flight, you're still traveling downwards, but you've slowed yourself dramatically.
Okay,
Um,
I have an
but-
idea to try to disrupt the whirlpool
Okay?
using the power of science.
What foolery is this?
It's gonna be called Thunderwave.
Okay, trying to create a big old blast right there. So, are you aiming it below you or above you, I guess is the question. Because
It's around me, and I'm gonna try to get close to the center to try to destabilize this whirlpool as it's here. I'm gonna try to collapse it just to have it, not be a whirlpool anymore.
Okay, so this is a question I'm gonna add. I'm gonna throw to you guys for Thunder Wave for spellcasters. Yes, in this case, I always used to, even forever, did Thunder Wave as a 5-foot radius around you, which I'm kind of a fan of. But the actual way you're supposed to use Thunder Wave is like a 15-foot cube in front of you. Which way do you guys want it to be? I'm fine with either way. Just more of a question of how would you like it to be? Do you want it to be like a 15-foot cube in front of you? Do you want it to be at a 5-foot radius around you? With you centered as
a 15-foot cube around you.
it's at it's not. Is it 15? It's actually did I do 15 feet around? I think I did 15 feet around.
Yeah, it says
That's what I
self
did.
15-foot cube.
Yeah, but if you actually look, it's actually a self 15-foot cube would be centered. A 15-foot cube centered on yourself would be a 5-foot radius. But technically, it's supposed to be a 15-foot cube in front of you. It's the weirdest, the ruling I found out about, I don't know, a year or so ago. I'm not really particular either way.
In this particular case, I'm just trying to destabilize a whirlpool,
Mhm.
so the bigger area I hit, the better. In
What-
every other case, I'd rather it be around me.
Okay, so
And I'll cast it at 3rd level.
yeah, I'm okay with that. A 3rd level Thunder Wave just to create a big explosion to try to disrupt the whirlpool. Okay. So you release the blast, and all around you, the water just kind of spreads out in all directions. The whirlpool above you begins, the spiral above your blast begins to unravel. As the Shaseth and Mage, you're maybe, because he's been slowing his descent, you're only maybe about 30 or so feet above. So as you look up, you see Mage and Shaseth, they stop spinning. Or it starts to slow. And as you look down, you can see Flight there. And then we see Gerathor. Gerathor, you're still traveling downwards. Just going. The whirlwind never stops. The whirlpool never stops for you. As you travel about another 100 or so feet down. You're currently 700 feet under sea level. Still nothing in sight yet.
It's getting dangerous.
As you Flight look down and you see the whirlpool start to beginning to reform. Something's causing this down below, because it's not, you definitely dispersed the whirlpool, at least temporarily, giving you the opportunity to get out of it if you want.
I call out to the other two. I'm like, grab on to me quickly.
What about Gerathor?
We're gonna get down to him really quickly.
Ah. I guess I grab him. Unless Heavy has an objection.
Nah. I'm going to be casting shape water to change the current of our space beneath us to help ascend further and give more control.
Let's see your shape water.
I'll post it.
I mean, I assume you guys move out of the. Do you move out of the whirlpool's vortex, or you stay in it? I guess is the question that's reforming.
Move out of it.
So you have the. I say you have the opportunity to move out freely with no problem right now.
Yeah, move out of it while we're not being controlled by the whirlpool. Once we get out of the whirlpool's actual range of influence, I'll armor up and we'll go down again.
So you're only able to, in a sense, with shape water, is redirect every 6 seconds, like a 5-foot space that you're traveling through. So it definitely helps speed it up, but it's not going to be every 5 feet because you can't do that. But it definitely speeds things up at least a bit. You're changing the flow, so it forces you down. It's like a speed rail on a roller coaster to get you going faster. All right.
We're 700 feet down, you said?
Gerathor 700 feet down. You guys are currently 600 feet down.
Okay. As we're going down, I'm going to mention that if we make it another about 3,000 feet, we'll hit the Twilight Zone.
Worth it.
That's actually the zone of 1,000 meters below, 1,000 meters deep.
So Gerathor, you're 700 feet down. Your group isn't in sight anymore. What do? You continue to just travel down the whirlpool?
Yeah, I'm not fighting it.
Okay.
I'm not exerting anything.
Okay.
Because that is how you survive a whirlpool.
All right. So, as you travel down another 40 feet, Gerathor, you begin to see the bottom 60 feet below you. You see a crack in the rock directly below you. How wide it is, you're not really sure because you're still 60 feet up from wherever it is. Your best guess, this is the cause of the whirlpool. There's something there. And you're coming rapidly close or towards it. What do you do?
From my knowledge, obviously D&D is different, but surely it would start to like either like push me away or become wide enough that I can start swimming with it and swimming in like the same direction as the current's taking me to
Okay.
swim away from the pool and then swim out of it.
Okay. I mean, there definitely would be the ability to still kind of do that. Right now, you kind of just been following it, but there's definitely, it's thinning out. It's not thinning out to the point where your body is small. It's not smaller than your body. It's still wider than your body is, but you definitely have the opportunity to try to get out of it. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. Let's see if you're able to swim out of the whirlpool. Since you've been kind of going with it, you haven't been struggling. You're not tired. As you try this first attempt, as you go down 30 feet, descending towards it, you are unable to break free initially. You got one more try.
Man, my fucking rolls suck.
You have
Holy
such
shit,
good
can
athletics.
I roll above a 10? I
So-
haven't rolled above a 6.
All right, so Gerathor, as
As we're
you
going down,
Go ahead.
ask Heavy if he can. As we're going down, ask Heavy, are you able to like send Gerathor down here?
He has to be within 30 feet just for my mind telepathy to work. Everything else wouldn't be done.
Okay. So, as Gerathor, the rest of the group is slowly traveling down. You do not arrive in time to see what happens to Gerathor. As Gerathor, you fall between the cracks of this rock. And as you do, you begin to free fall. About 30 to 40 feet or so before you splash and hit water once again. As you're now in like this cave. Looking around, it's darkness, but you have your dark vision so you can kind of see. You can't see the ground below, but you can kind of see like this carved out rock. It's very smooth and rounded on the upper section of the ceiling. 30 about 30 feet above you. When you fall, you do take 17 points of bludgeoning damage. And I think that's where we're gonna. I guess what do you do as you land? You're swimming. There's water in here. You can't see anything else. There's nothing within 60 feet of you, underwater or around you currently.
Fuck, I wish I had some kind of flare. That's what I would try and do, but I'm trying to think of anything that I could use for that.
Your breath weapon.
It's only
Okay.
15. No, Electrians don't have black weapons. I don't think. They have all sorts of other things. They're too fancy for breath weapons. Breath weapons are the peasant dragonborn's tool.
Because there's a gap, like an air pocket.
There is. I mean, water is still pouring through too.
Yeah.
This will eventually fill up.
Hmm.
Who knows how long though?
I might try and send the Kinsect the way that I came, just up through the crack.
Okay.
And if it can, it'll just like, even if it doesn't get too far, just like fight up the crack.
Yeah.
Just as like it's there. They can see where I've gone, and then I'll just sit here and float.
Okay, so yeah, you start sending your insect up through it. Just roll me a d20. As we then see from like the camera shifts upwards as the insect goes up, and we shift above the surface here, and we see flight land about 10-15 feet away from this crack where the whirlpool goes, with Gerathor nowhere to be found.
Well, gentlemen, I present to you the bottom of the ocean.
We must go deeper.
We don't know where that goes.
Well, Gerathor's not around here, so
So you expect he went down this hole?
sure, nowhere else to go.
That's where you see, you see like for the whirlpool from the little spot, just a grayscale Kinsect just trying to swim as far as it can up the whirlpool spot. It gets like 3 feet, but conveniently at the exact same time is when Shaseth's like pointing to it. As the spotter, he obviously notices it. As the Kinsect then just gets sucked back down under.
Well, it's either a good idea or
Returns
a bad
to your
idea.
glaive.
All right. I guess we're going down.
Yep.
I jump ahead in the hole first.
Okay.
Wait. Wouldn't it might be better for all of us to go together.
Yeah.
I figured you guys were holding on to me.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're off to see Gerathor as we jump in the hole.
So they jump in the hole. It's only been, I don't know, 30 seconds. Gerathor, you're sitting there waiting to see what's going on. They're kind of discussing what their plan was before you hear the first splash. So yeah, Flight, you jump in, and as soon as you come like through the crack, you just see air and water like 30 feet below you as you impact into the water.
It actually only takes 6 seconds for me to undo my armor. Can I undo my armor and proceed to fly?
Well, I can cast Featherfall.
Yeah, but Flight went first. Then you guys aren't like going like I'm going, then he's going, then he's going. You're not like instantly right after. You're obviously waiting a couple seconds. So I feel like it would if Mage like goes second, it would probably work with Shaseth. But in terms of Flight, I don't think there's enough time to jump in, start to begin to fall. You could probably take your armor off, I would say.
I don't know that I would have let go of Mage. Is the crack big enough for 2 people?
Yeah. The crack would definitely be big enough for 2 people. So like Shaseth and Mage are like holding on to each other. A Flight in your case, because you went first. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Let's see if you are quick enough to do all this reaction, go into something unexpected completely for you. $19? Yeah, okay, sure. So like briefly, about 5 feet from the surface, your wings spread out. As a 19, you're able to fly away immediately before you start seeing Mage and Shaseth come down. Mage, same thing. Reaction. I would either dexterity is fine if you want. If you want to do like intelligence or like wisdom or something like that, just because you know something's gonna happen, but you're not entirely sure what, so you're trying to prepare yourself for it.
I think Featherfall is a reaction, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is. So yeah, I guess that would just count in general. So yeah, you are able to cast Featherfall as you see the distance. You see Gerathor at the top of the surface as you gently just kind of sink into the water.
Perfect.
So
Well, this is a scientific wonder. You
Where is
mentioned
he?
that the caves are smooth, right?
yeah, on the ceiling, it's smooth.
Wonder what lives down here.
If you give me a bit, I can check, because it has to be some kind of. There must be some kind of recorded animal that would do this. If it's an animal, if not, this is a natural phenomenon, and I don't recall any natural phenomenon off the top of my head that would do this.
Well, it looks like it's a suction thing from water falling down here.
Yes, but the only events that do that I know of are volcanic in nature.
Because air would have
Right.
had to fill up this chamber somehow.
Pull a little gadget on my arm, and because apparently I'm not Iron Man anyways, see what the temperature is in the area.
Yeah. So I mean, you're definitely closer to the Earth's. You're only 800 feet down. It's a little bit warmer than. Because I don't know personally myself, but it would definitely be warmer than the surface. I would say you
Water's
definitely.
very cold when you go deep.
Well, yeah, but
It can go below freezing.
but I thought he was going temperature like of the air, not necessarily the under the water
Yeah.
itself.
Ah.
Though the water itself, you expect it to be warm or cold, is not. It's actually fairly nice in this area.
Odegaron.
If only we had a Turovian or a dwarf with us, they could tell us how old these rock formations are. Then we could have a good idea how long it's been here.
If only.
I didn't bring my my rock gear.
I think for now we should focus on trying to find a way out. If we happen to find our target, then
You should look
That's cool.
around. Stay within sight range, though.
Gerathor, where do you think I should start looking?
I have no idea. I was kind of just expecting something to come up from underneath me at this point.
How dare you? I would never do that to you.
With my 20 passive perception, do I notice anything odd going around?
I mean, you can only see 60 feet around you, at least underwater, I guess, in a sense. You guys can kind of get a view of, I guess, we'll say it's about 60 feet either way. So it's about 120 or so feet wide, the cave itself.
Hey,
Oh.
Mage, you have light cantrip?
yes.
Let's light things up a bit. Start throwing around some shiny rocks.
Oh, I'm actually. So what I want to try to do instead, I think this would be better because I can do it on a creature. I think one object. Yeah, it's fine. So I'm gonna use my action to resummon Kahudi back from the ethereal plane,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast light on his little uniform,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have him fly around.
Okay. So you're having Kahudi fly around. You cast light on his uniform. So it's Kahudi's flying around. This is probably the first time this place has seen light in who knows how long. And just trying to get a view. The cave itself seems to go on for a while off in the distance. It's about 120 or so feet wide, but it looks to be about 300 or so feet long. As Kahudi's kind of flying about here and there. Are you looking through Kahudi's eyes, I assume?
No, I'm just having Kahudi just fly
Okay,
around as I'm
so
also just looking.
Yeah, so Kahudi kind of, surveys the area and then returns to you.
So there are other tunnels leading out?
It shakes its head no.
Okay.
At least nothing can see from, flying around.
So we're gonna have to swim out in order to actually get anywhere.
There could be tunnels underwater.
Most likely.
We're not standing, we're swimming.
Yeah. And it's just darkness at bay on 60 feet.
I'm gonna have Kahudi pop him into. Do I have to take, in order for him to change forms, do I have to pop him back into the plane and then pop him back out in a different form?
You have to cast a spell itself, but other than that, it doesn't say.
Why is my roll 20 so slow?
Because it doesn't like you.
Guess not. Come on.
So, as you're kind of doing this though, Kahudi, you asked about the other tunnels. It says no, but it does tap you and point its wing to the far end of the area, which is about 300 feet away.
I tell it to show me as I see through its eyes.
Yeah, so it flutters over there, and as it does, when it gets to the other end, it only takes 20, 30 seconds or so to get there, and it starts to flutter as it looks along the wall where you see a shrine.
I'll let everyone know with the telepathic speak.
Yeah. So the shrine itself is the image of. Give me a history check. Just see if you can kind of decipher what this is.
And scroll down.
Mhm.
Nope, too far.
The dog's being
Yeah,
adorable.
13. It looks like a Triton in some sort of sense, though you're not able to necessarily make out exactly what it is. But it looks kind of like a Triton. Sea people.
I don't have anything else that I can think of. And Kahudi can't do much. I guess there's no like ledge there, right? Like how would it...
There is, as you're looking at it, there is a yeah, there is definitely a ledge. It's not just like the water isn't right at it. It's about 10-15 feet or so above that point in the cave wall itself, which is about halfway up to the ceiling at this point. It is the outer edge. I guess it's better. You see the Triton itself, but around it looks to be carved out smooth. Same kind of idea, almost like it's straight and kind of goes to a curved point behind it, and then curves up the wall back towards a point at the top of it, surrounding this statue of this thing. The wall itself is definitely carved out into stone shapes with some runes on it, but that's about all Kahudi can really make out from the spot. Like that's what you see. It's very finely crafted.
We could go up closer and take a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna recall my sight and make my way over there.
Okay.
What'd you find, Mage?
Oh, you guys heard it all. It was pretty.
Oh.
Whatever I was seeing, I was pretty much telepathically describing it to you.
Being I am the scientist of the group, I'm excited to go flying towards it.
All right, so
Kahuti's still there, so you can see a little beacon.
Yeah. So as you begin making your swim, Flight gets there a bit quicker than everybody else. This Flight, you arrive, same thing you described before. You see this like finely crafted statue with the all around it, innate carvings and whatnot. You get there probably about, I don't know, 20-30 seconds faster than the rest of the group.
I will begin investigating the area, see if I can pull things together about what this might be, the runes and such.
Okay. Give me a history check. 24.
Nice.
So, Flight, can you please explain to me how your interest in the sea, like, came to be?
First and foremost, America rules the ocean. Second,
which is your tribe's, obviously that's your tribe's name, America.
Yeah, the Americocra people rule the land, sea, and air. We are good at anything we do.
So, was it part of your schooling? Was it just like something that was an interest to you because it's all things that you feel like you're proud
As a
of?
nomadic species, we like to avoid places to nest where there be volcanic activity. Oceans, being oceans, are vast and can hold many volcanoes. Also, they have fish. Lots and lots of delicious fish.
Fish. So, okay, so you studied a little bit. So you also like you know what to look for and what not to look for. And as you are investigating this, you recognize you know of the people, of the Tritons and stuff like that. You've dealt them probably on occasion when you've accidentally hunted in their fishing grounds and stuff like that. Maybe one of their nature preserves. And you definitely recognize this as, like, kind of as Mage did, as this is definitely was a Triton at some point in time, or as you look at it a bit deeper, it looks like their god, which would be the guardian of the deep. It's like, out of everything you've ever heard about their god, this is almost a spitting image.
I take my not camera and take a picture.
Okay.
Once everyone arrives, I'm like, well, this is apparently a Triton god. I'm going to decipher the runes and see what those runes say. At least the best of my ability.
I'll try to help. Might not be much with history, but if there's any form of magic involved, I might be able to help you there.
What kind of languages do you both speak?
I have comprehend languages, so I can just, by physically touching it, understand the literal meaning of what it says.
I have Auran, I have Common. I'm supposed to have Primordial on here, which splits into the 4 elemental languages.
Common and Linean. I think Dragonborn get Draconic, don't they?
Yes.
And Wyverian.
Okay, so
I happen to have all.
none of you speak this language. You know, though if you want to do a spell to comprehend languages, you could definitely
Yeah.
decipher this.
I'll cast that, and this is what it says, just as a reference.
Sure. So as you look at the runes, kind of, covering the area where the statue is in, it reads, "Protect both the depths and the shallows against great evils that lurk in the depths below."
That seems like a good shrine.
Perhaps we should leave it an offering. It probably hasn't seen any visitors in quite some time.
I'm gonna give a sushi fish.
Okay. So you just like lay a sushi fish down on the floor below it, or do you like put it on the shrine itself?
There's a shrine. Is there like
fair-
a mantle?
to be
like,
fair,
for
it is-
offering to be placed?
It is 15 feet above the ground, so I guess Kahootie and Flight would be the easiest ones to see it. There would be there'd be like a little small like clay bowl, not even or like a rock carved bowl. My dog is streaming right now. You can see her little paws move. If you're
I'll have
fast, you might
Kahootie
see
come
it.
pick up the fish and then drop it off on the plate.
Okay, so Kahootie just flutters up, drops it on the plate, and it begins to glow a little bit. And then a glow begins to form about, deeper below. You don't actually know the distance, but deeper below you see a slight glow.
Anyone else have an offering that to give to the Triton god, which I never got the name of?
It's known as the Guardian of the Deep.
The
Though
Guardian
it does
of the
have
Deep?
a name. It's Persona is the actual god's name. For
personification of the ocean.
Persona.
I will put 100 gold in.
Okay.
Think of anything else.
Okay.
Appropriately watery.
Okay. Put 100 gold in.
100 gold.
As you do. Yeah, okay. It begins to glow a little bit brighter, and the glow itself is appearing from behind, and it's kind of shining out through the kind of arced curve it had. And below begins to glow in a different spot. Slight little glint.
I'm gonna swim down below and see what the glow is.
Okay.
Maybe it's two.
How far are
statues
you
and
willing
two
to glow?
offerings.
Because you're not entirely sure how deep it is where these are at, but I'm just curious how far you're going to swim down.
I'll swim 60 feet.
I can keep an eye on him then.
Yeah, so you can see basically he comes right to the edge of your sight as Gerathor swims down. Gerathor, the glow, they get bigger as you get closer, though you aren't really making any, at your 120 foot range. You aren't making out anything else. It's still kind of darkness besides those glints at the moment. Though there's not, though you are about almost 900 feet down now in terms of that, you don't really feel any pressure. And the water isn't getting any colder.
I'll swim 60 feet back up,
Mhm.
and I'll tell Mid to swim 60 feet down, and I'll swim 120 feet down. I'll
Alright.
keep leapfrogging vision.
I'll leave an offering on the altar of a Lagiacrus horn.
Okay.
The guy.
really?
Yep.
So
The one I was going to take, but I don't really want it.
That's the one with the 1d6 slender?
no, that is the one with the lightning resistance.
Oh.
I think. No, the horn is the. Shit, I don't remember. Why do you guys make me remember things?
You have resistance to lightning damage while wearing this armor, and if it has 4 runes.
The incapacitate one.
That's pretty expensive drop.
Yes, but it is a god, and the more pricey things you give to a god, hopefully the better luck they give you.
I mean, 100 gold was enough.
Sure, but what if it likes you more?
So the question is right now is Mage, you're the one seeing this as Shaseth and Gerathor are swimming down, so I guess. Do you say anything, Mage? Do you try to stop them?
No, it's his offering to give.
Okay. So, as Flight places down a Gaia's horn. Gerathor, you and Shaseth have probably swam down about another. You're about 240 or so right now, Gerathor, with Shaseth at the 180 or so. And as you do, the entire place below you lights up. Below you see the ruins of an old Triton city. Crumbled, broken in some places, but in others, perfectly preserved. Ruins, buildings, structures. And at that very same moment, something flies by you, or swims by you, with pulsing glows along its manta ray-like wings.
I knew it.
Turns to face you with same kind of manta ray, hammerhead shark-like face as a Namiel sits and faces you about 60 to 80 feet away. And as with everything lit up, as Flight and Mage, you look down with the glow below, you see Gerathor, kind of a speck, about 240 feet down. Shots is a little bit bigger, and a large glowing creature nearby. We are going to roll for some initiative when I already cleared it out. And I'm going to switch maps to just water. Because I don't have a map for, I don't have water, I don't have a map with a bunch of underground, city.
You didn't think we'd go down here.
I made all this up as we were going, guys.
I know.
we hold to our idea that you didn't think we'd go down here.
I 100% assumed you guys were going to go down there.
So what should we assume for relative depth?
So, we can do.
We'll have Gerathor at 0 probably. If the Namiel's
we're gonna do 3 markers. I think is how we're gonna do this. So it'll be 100 depth.
Completely up to, but do you mind if I quick take a
Go.
First aid potion from the fall?
Yeah, you would have done that at some point during this. That's fine. So I'm just gonna do 2, 4. Oh, that's not a 4. That's a 4, and then a 0. So why the fuck is 4 not working? Damn it! There we go.
I might need some of them colors.
Too bad. Change them around then. So go and use the colors and put that'll be like your depth. So the first whatever they're gonna be, you might have to unclick some of yours just to make them so that they're all in proper order. Yeah. So get rid of that red one. You're good. So you press the numbers as you're selecting the colors, by the way, to set your height. So yeah, 0, 0, 0 for.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yep. Let me pull out my Namiel.
That was not explained very well earlier.
Well, I think you would have negative because you're up on the ledge. I couldn't fly up there.
That's true. You don't necessarily have to have a depth just yet. You're just above the ground. So you could put a bird one. Steve, we're going to put it
That could be a bird one. Yeah.
Because I'd basically be down here watching it happen.
There we
And
go.
I'm just going to fucking make Kahootie poof.
I'll just leave 0 for now while we're up here.
This is going to be an interesting fight.
I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Not allowed. No bathroom breaks. Time to vent.
While we're up here, I ask Mage, do you know what that is?
Is it bathroom break?
I do not care. I tell him anyways.
He is peeing in the water. The entire place gets suddenly warmer.
Oh no.
It's the Triton anti-defense. That way they know when people are peeing in their areas. The entire place warms up.
That don't help no one at all.
Oh man, good
It turns
times.
purple.
Good man. All right, got all that stuff here. There's so much.
12.16.
Oh no. Actually, this is good. I can prone thing.
Literally, the only things that happened out of this that was in my actual setup was whirlpool and shrine. Everything else was we're doing this shit.
I'm literally
Inspiration.
I'm gonna wait till he says that it starts, mellowing out, because the base of a whirlpool is the weakest part of it.
I gave you the attempt, and
And then I rolled a 3.
I'm glad I disrupted what I did. I didn't want to be thrown into a blunder again.
All right. There's a Kahootie way over there too. Kahootie over there. So I'm not going to worry about where the specific spots of the walls would be at. We're deep in the depths. The terrifying creature is in the area. The
Can I
Basil
make
Geese info.
an Arcana check to see if I recall any deep lore from my studies.
Deep lore.
You go for it.
This is also something I like to do since I am a person who roams around.
This is gonna be a pretty difficult check.
Is it history or?
You do not recall anything about this creature.
It is a lost civilization after all. This makes me curious.
Same.
All right.
Cahootie's poofed. That's why I put him over there.
Gotcha.
I Thanos'd him.
I rolled initiative already. Cool. I think we're good to go. Why is there 2 Gerathors? Go away, Gerathor number. This one. Okay. Flight, you are up first. You are currently 270 feet away.
Okay, realizing I'm this far away, and I do not see the bottom of that city, I'm assuming.
You can see the city, it's lit up. So you can see it's roughly about... See, he was 240. You can almost kind of see it. The city is roughly about 350 feet down.
Mage, the statue says defend against the deep things. Do you think this city has any weapons against sea creatures?
So what did it say? Defend against the deep and...
It said, protect both the depths and the shallows against the great evils that lurk in the depths, the deep trenches.
Deep trenches.
You think there might be something down here that would help against this?
Something further down within the city.
All right, I'll head down there. Until then, if I give you haste, do you think you got good use of it?
What does haste let me do? Doubles my movement.
Another action to attack. You can't cast a spell with that action.
You can use an item with that same
Extra
action.
AC and stuff like that, yeah.
Advantage
it
dex save.
Maybe. The most I can do is dash to make me move around more.
Okay, do you think that will help you? If not, I'll just cast a Gerathor on my way down.
Considering the range of this battle, I think movement would be pretty important.
All right, so because it takes an action for me to put my armor on, I use my action currently to give my last level 3 spell slots.
Well, I was gonna say don't give me haste because I have spell sniper, so I can make up that range, but they don't have that kind of range.
Okay, well, in
Well,
which
I
case
can
I'll...
just give myself. I have power juice.
Okay,
I'm
well then
always
I will
prepared.
worry about none of you guys, and I will give myself haste and using my action, my extra action, put my armor on, and just fall down the full move my full 30 feet, and then just keep falling down with my armor on.
Okay.
60 feet.
You begin armor on. Honestly, you're putting your armor on. It's extremely heavy. We're gonna go like you're basically falling in a sense. But not necessarily completely falling. So we're gonna go. Terminal velocity is normally 500 is what they go for D&D. So we're gonna let you go. You're gonna fall 250 this round. Just. So you're
all right, about 310 feet.
Wouldn't you be a... Oh, no. Yeah, you went further.
Yeah, I moved my full movement speed.
And then he put his armor on. Just began sink. You just began sinking. So
Oh,
you're about 40 feet away from the ground, by the way. And if you hit the ground at the speed you're going, you're going to take some fall damage. You're going to need to like unarmor and slow your descent.
Yeah, on my action.
On your next turn. Yep.
Are we using this as like up and down or left and right? So like, are we looking at it, 2D style?
I was going top-down view still with the height or the depth set by the numbers on our characters, which I need to set her. There we go. So numbers are literally, it's still top-down. But that would be a smart way to do it in the future. So, I just don't want to try
That's
to
what it's
figure that out right now. So as Flight's turn ends, Mage, you are up. You're currently at the surface, as you said, or yeah, your surface right now. She is currently 240 feet down.
Kind of feel like that would have been the better thing to do for spatial awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you mentioned that, I'm like, yeah, that is a really good idea. So it's how far?
So I don't think.
No, I like that. I do like that's a good idea. We can keep track that way. So the top would be 0. So I'm gonna make some adjustments really fast here.
Left and right doesn't matter.
Right. 1 second here. So let's see. What would be 240 would be here. Someone put the token where my arrow's at, if you guys can see it. It'd be about 8 or 9 below him. Thank you.
Like this.
So this is where the Namiel would be at. Gerathor would be there. Flight, yeah, you'd be closer to the bottom at this point. Is that 340? This makes way too much sense. It is so much more effective. You can tell I do underwater battles all the time. So Flight, you would be here right now. Where my mouse is at, if you can see it. Alright. And then the surface would be 40 feet below you, which I can minus off how many? How much feet do I have to do? So 95 feet divided by 5. I'm just going to get rid of the bottom. So when we hit the bottom of the map, that's the when you're on the ground on the place.
Okay.
So remove 19 from it, so that's 80. So it's 80 down. Duh. Height is 80. Save. All right, so that should be the surface right there. That's the bottom of it. So like right now, you're just above the building's Flight.
Okay.
For stream, I'm going to zoom out here, guys. This is going to be a big-ass map, so I apologize. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but it'll give some context. Or maybe I'll just move around a bit more as things need to be done. There we go. We'll do that. So, Mage, it is your turn currently. You are at the surface, 240 feet away. Why is it doing that?
White space.
I don't know why there's white space. That's weird.
What you can do to represent the bottom is move the entire background up and then change the background of the page to like brown to represent the ground. So that way.
Why did it do that? That's weird as fuck. There we go. We're good. I fixed it.
Okay. So. Oops. It's in range. Well, might as well. I guess to stall for now, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. All right. Go and make
You
those
hit it from
tanks.
the air pocket above.
Yeah.
Oh, crit immediately.
So
Why is it
a
auto-rolling?
crit. I don't know why it's auto rolling. It's weird as fuck.
Pretty good damage though.
Ignore my crappy surface. There we go. Crappy surface.
So the crit hits, I think.
Maybe.
Oh no! What did? Oh no! Fuck! I just hit a bookmark on accident. Gotta wait for roll 20 to reload back up.
Big crit.
There you go. So yeah, crit is definitely a hit for an amount of damage. So
It's
13.
pushed 10 feet down.
Okay, yeah, it is pushed 10 feet down. All right, let me zoom out, find my creature.
And I guess I'll move
13. All right.
down as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You can't redeem on your own. I'll save that for the next
Sure,
group.
I can.
Next group gets that one.
Deep water best boy.
Golf mucker. Some best points.
All
I'm
right.
just saving mine
And
so I
10
can
feet down.
spam things too.
Okay, move 10 feet down. All right, and the second one, a 15, is not a hit. So, that is your turn then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is now its turn. You guys all rolled like crap. Okay. So on its turn, as you see, it gets blasted with the Eldritch Blast, it's sent flying down, and you kind of lets out a roar, and as it does, the water around it just sucks into its body. The water level itself drops 5 feet as its color just grows bright and vibrant. And then it is going to swim towards Gerathor. It comes at you so quickly, Gerathor. And it makes a bite you. Boom. 15. And then it... Oh, that was a claw. I rolled the wrong one first. Now it bites you. Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 22 points of piercing damage. It just rends through. You can hear your armor itself bending at the teeth. And that is going to be the end of its turn. Gerathor, you're up.
Alright. Bonus action is power juice on. Hasted action is adamant pill on.
Drugs.
Drugs everywhere. And we're just gonna swing, I guess. Make sure I haven't got anything on. Cool. Yep. 18.
An 18 is a hit. You deal 16 points of damage to it.
Lightning damage is 1.
Oh, lightning damage is 1? Okay, you do 15 points of damage to it.
Oh, it's immune.
I can't turn it off, so you just have to ignore that box.
No worries. Not a big deal.
I think 27
20
might.
barely hits.
I'm gonna activate. Wait, hold on, where is it? I gotta find it.
Snamiel's battle theme.
God damn it, where are you?
Fucking
There, elemental affinity.
roll 20 being roll 20 right now.
That's completely useless. Lame. Never mind. I won't do that. I'll just do the damage.
Okay. I cannot select the other fucking box. Whatever. Do this.
I was gonna use elemental affinity because I thought it would add damage, but it just adds 2 damage, so it would just be more lightning damage, which is a waste.
Which is pointless. Okay. All right. Well, as your turn comes to a close, then it is going to use a legendary action, and I should have put myself in a better spot. Oh well. Next time. So it is going to. You watch as its wings itself just kind of just stretch outwards, and electricity just courses through the area around it. I need you, and actually turns the water briefly for a split second into steam as it then fills back in. I need you to please make me a dexterity saving throw, Gerathor.
At advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, everywhere. I mean, technically, everybody in the water needs to make me this. Because of how this thing is technically set up, with her rules, and this being her lair, which doesn't actually exist normally, everybody is in the water she is in.
Well, I take damage because I managed to fail with advantage.
So, do I have mages in there?
Yeah, it's taking forever.
Gotcha.
Mage is out of the water.
Mage is not out of the water.
Yeah, he's.
I was never out of the water.
He was never out of the water.
Oh, I thought you were.
He was swimming at the surface at one point.
There it is.
All right, so that is a success by everybody, I think, but Flight. Yep. So all of you take. This is the first half of the damage. 10 points of fire damage from the burning, like boiling water, and 11 lightning damage.
So half would be 10.
10 overall. No, 5 for the fire because I'm resistant, and then double resistance to the lightning because of natural and saving. So 3 or 2.
It'd be 5.
So
It would be 2.
11.
It would be 2.
Okay.
You
so
yeah, you always round down
minus
for D&D.
7.
I make 2 concentration checks or just 1?
No, it's just 1. It's all 1 damage, just multiple damage from 1 effect.
well, I
No! Oh, you guys suck. You get Flash of
So
Genius
I-
back? Sorry, I'll be quiet.
No, I don't, but I do have Mind Sharpener. If I would fail, I pass, because I have my own legendary action. I have my own legendary
Ooh,
saves.
nice. Good. Kept that haste. Okay. Gerathor. You already went. That was after its turn. Shaseth, you are up.
I will mirror Gerathor, drink a power juice for
'Kay.
haste. And then I will drink, or as my hasted action, I will take an adamant pill.
Okay.
Drugs everywhere.
And then as my regular
This
action,
is my
I'll
drug
drink
team.
down my potion of cold resistance.
Okay.
Then I'll swim down behind it.
All right. You swim down.
Just mark things down.
Okay.
Got cold resist. Things aren't get small. And for haste. That'll do.
I'm still waiting for it to start to appear.
That's the end of my turn.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was something else. I'm waiting for like something else to appear here. All right. Well, then Flight.
Good actions.
Gotcha. Flight. You are currently descending down rapidly towards the surface.
Basic action to undo an armor.
Okay. You undo your armor and just.
Bonus action. The other action I have from haste. I drink one of my greater healing potions.
All right. So as you're descending rapidly, give me an athletics check as you put your wings out to slow your descent.
Oh, I was just gonna stick my wings out for that.
Well,
Also, I have
yeah.
movement now.
I just want to see how well you slow your descent, dropping 250 feet terminal velocity, and then like just. Is it? Do you continue to like fall decently fast? Do you slow it to a nice?
Flying fish.
Yeah. So you literally just like your wings come out and you just you slow yourself enough, change the angle of your wings as needed to then just your feet just barely touch the floor as you then set down, and you are now currently in the ruins of some ancient Triton city.
Okay. Now that I'm here at the bottom,
Mhm.
this is 300 and what?
350 feet down. It is nice and warm. There's no water pressure.
Okay, I begin immediately looking around with my much higher movement speed because of haste, and try to find anything you can use as a major weapon against this big creature in the sky.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Would this be investigation or perception? You said
I would let either one if you want to do either one. Your choice.
investigation.
That's fine. 23. All right, so you go looking around, trying to find some kind of like sign of some weapon, something useful. And you spy. You see a couple of like large buildings, but you see one like heavily in like this building is perfectly intact. It looks pristine compared to everything else around it that is in rubble and shambles. Do you go into the building?
Yes.
All right, so you start entering the building. Well, as you enter into the building, it looks to be on a quick like come over, some type of like maybe barracks or some type of research facility. There's a lot of like random doodads all about. It looks like some old like Triton, like actual tridents and stuff, from ancient times. But you got to spend a little bit more time looking to see if you can find something. So that's kind of your turn. As you found a building where there looks like there's probably something here that's useful. We'll see how it goes in another 6 seconds.
Am I like way over here then?
No, you conveniently dropped nearby it.
Oh, sweet. Then I'm
Yes.
gonna move myself this way.
Because obviously you're walking around looking for it, so you couldn't have walked too far on your turn. But
Well, swimming as fast as I can, but
yeah, but still, so it's somewhere nearby-ish. We don't necessarily need to move. You're on that surface plane right now.
I'm making sure if I can move far away from the consistent explosion of steam and things. So moving far away is doing that too.
Well, these buildings are also still filled with water right now.
I can only hope that insulation's a thing.
Mage, you are up.
have an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Mhm.
I have to be within 60 feet of you guys, and that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Might as well just keep swimming down.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I might as well dash.
Sure, you don't want to keep hitting this thing?
Plinking away.
So my idea is I can cast both enlarge on both of you guys because I have twin spell.
Oh.
And then at that point, I think you guys can start to grapple it or push it around because now it's at least one size bigger than you.
Yeah, but go zip
Well,
zap
he
all
can-
over it.
He can still just knock it prone regardless of size.
Yeah.
And enlarge isn't really that massive.
Okay.
It does give you a D4 more damage though and more HP.
Doesn't give you more HP, I don't think.
No,
I
it's just a
haven't heard
D4
that.
damage. It gives you advantage
Yeah.
on strength.
And you can
And,
grapple the creatures because you're within one size of them.
Yeah. It was mainly for
Yeah,
that.
I don't think the grapple's really going to do much though. When we can already just slap it prone.
Well,
Basically
let's
the same
see what
thing.
goes on.
Okay, I'll hold off on that. Because if it's a Constitution save for it to resist the effect, and I'm pretty sure it's going to succeed.
I mean, you can just Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I'm going to end up drawing its attention, but it has too many AoEs. So I might die early on, guys. Let's see what happens.
Just make sure you bust your nut before you die.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Hex now. It's within 180 feet as a bonus action. And you're within 180.
Okay. So it is hexed.
Bonk. And then I'm going to catch Eldritch Blast twice.
Okay.
Man, why is it so bad? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Could try reloading it.
Yeah, let me shoot the 2 shots in.
Boom.
Oh, there you go. Oh, wait, there you go.
Oh, so
Love
that
that.
first one, yeah, blast. Good thing neither of them are in your range or above it. So as it just flies by, it continues to travel down, accelerated by the water itself, and smashes and causes the building to blow up down below. Because I say so.
22.
Flight, you're dead as the rubble crushes you.
Well, that picture was a waste of $500 if I die.
All right. As the second one does hit, just to be clear on that too. 17. All right. So
And that's
as all right, now it is its turn. On its turn, it's just dealing with fighting both of you.
Oh, it's pushed down 10 feet.
Okay. So it's pushed down 10 feet, which is so good. Because now it's out of at least one of your attack ranges. I approve. I approve. Do, do, do. I want to do. There's so many different like options. There's so many saving throws. It's so exciting.
That's never good.
It's definitely not.
So I am going to actually though move away from both of you. Only to hear it first.
21.
Okay, 21 hits. For 14. And then it fires a water globule at both of you. Will this actually show it, or will I be hiding it? It's hiding it. Alright, this one's be Gerathor. 22.
Just hits.
And that one was Shaseth, which is a miss. Gerathor, please make me a Constitution saving throw. This is less effective against you, but still. Alright. So Gerathor, you take 7 points of cold damage. I don't know why.
One.
I don't know why it doesn't have cold in there. I'll fix that now.
Did you drink a potion of cold resistance earlier?
It
I
would be.
It's
over
you,
by now.
yeah. You guys took a short rest after that.
I took a cold res potion just now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put a new one on soon.
And then it is going to continue to swim away. So it was here. It swims down towards the surface. That is all it can do for its turn this time around, as it is now Gerathor's turn.
Gee, I can catch you. From out of range, first I'll bonus action take my last cold resist potion, so that I'm wrapping that one
Okay.
up. And my hasted action, I'm gonna try for a Kinsect here.
Okay.
Not confident though. Nope.
All right.
And then I'll just hit twice with the glaive.
'Kay.
Because,
20 is a hit. A 13 is not. Yeah, so you strike at it once, hitting it to the insect or the Kinsect out, and it just bats it away with one of its wings that's just pulsing different colors. It's still quite vibrant, still fighting like no other, as Gerathor's turn comes to a close. But before Shaseth's turn,
Oh no.
it once again, electric current spreads out to all the water in the entire area. Flight, you are unaffected as you are inside the building. You watch, Flight, as around the building you see kind of like almost like a invisible force field just kind of pulse outwards. You see the entire like circumvent, or you see it. Can't think of the word I want to use. Damn it! You just see it like kind of like hit a force field right in front of the door itself.
It's insulated.
Nat 20.
As yep, Shaseth, you succeed. Mage, please make me a save, and Gerathor, all dexterity saves. All right, you all succeed, but you all still take. This is the fire damage. This is the lightning damage.
I'm good. Okay.
So this is all, yeah, it's all one. So that's still, so half damage for all of you. Yeah, so it would be 6 for fire, and it would be 7 for
Three.
lightning, reduced down to 3 if you have resistance.
seven total.
And con save, Gerathor, for your haste. That you're good. Mage, if you were hasted, right?
Hex's
Yeah, he's
concentration.
Hex.
Ah, so Hex is gone.
Yeah, you get 1 off of it.
All right, Shaseth, you are now up.
Right. I gotta zoom in so I can click things.
Yeah, you do.
There.
How dare you?
Bonus action. Channel Divinity. Vow of Enmity. All
Okay.
my attacks are advantage.
Yep.
First swing.
Okay.
$26.
Just barely hits. As it is knocked prone, which,
Nice.
can it be knocked prone? It is knocked prone.
I'm gonna drop. Yeah, I'll just hit it for now.
Okay.
There's a 30.
All right, it is looking a little bloodied after that first strike.
Second swing. No charge level.
25 hits.
I'm gonna drop a little second little smite.
Okay. Shit. I just realized I forgot to add something to its HP. All right, I gotta add some more HP to it. It's not bloodied yet. If you want to take back that smite.
No, I'm still smiting.
Okay. I'm gonna add it back the percentage I forgot to add, because I did the dumb thing where I used to do to you guys all the time, where you were able to easily kill all the shit, and I just realized what I messed up on. All right, cool.
Double its HP.
I doubled. I gave it max HP, but usually I give it at least 50% more, and I forgot to give it that 50% more.
That's cheating.
Hasted attack.
Plus. All right. I know what's max.
Also, and adding another smite.
Okay. Minus off the. I haven't minus your one from before, so that would have been. Let's do fucking individually.
30, 30, 30.
50,
29.
60 damage.
I got it. We're
total.
good.
So. Yeah.
That was a
should be like
that was a chunk.
92.
30, 31, 29, 92.
We can
90, 91?
we can also remove the depths because we don't need them anymore because we have the height.
Sure.
Okay. So, Shaseth, as your turn comes to a close, Flight, you are up. You are inside of a building that is insulated.
Keep looking for things to use. If this place is protected, it must have something.
So
Nope.
give me another perception or investigation check as you're looking around, which you just did.
Nice.
And
So-
I have advantage on that, I believe. Making sure I do. Nope, not on this character.
Well, either way, with the 21, as you're looking around trying to find something, you come across you go through like a room or two, and as you especially with I can't remember if you're hasted or not. It doesn't make a difference.
I'm hasted.
As you push open one of the doors, you come into a room with a giant, like, in a sense, it's kind of like a computer with a massive like power switch. You see like on like electricity, like in the movies where it's like a gigantic switch to turn off and on the power, and it is currently sitting directly vertical to it or perpendicular. It's not parallel.
Would I assume this might be some kind of Dragonator?
You assume it's some kind of something, and it seems interesting. Do you
Then try to figure out what it is.
Do you want to spend time to figure it out? Do you want to just try one direction or the other? Because right now it's directly center. You can go up and lock in place up. You could put it down and put it down also. It's currently directly like this. We can go up and go down. So. Or you can investigate and spend some time trying to figure it out, but you also have the opportunity to just go bah, bah, and see what happens.
As much as that is very American, life or death situations are not a good time to do that.
Okay.
I will take the chance to investigate it one more time, and if I find the way to use it, I will fire it as soon as I can.
Okay. So your other act, your hasted action to investigate it further. Go ahead and 13. 6 seconds is not enough time to really figure out what this is going to do. I think it's it. You're at your point where I have to guess, but you've used both actions this turn, so you have to wait till next turn to use it.
Okay. Well, that's it.
All right. As Flight's turn comes to a close, it is now Mage's turn.
Oh yeah, is she bloodied now from 90 damage?
No.
Okay.
120 or 240 feet away, Mage.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I really wish I had Hex, but it's alright. I'm gonna cast the Magic Missile at
Okay.
3rd level. Need to buy some time.
What's the rage on Magic Missile?
240.
Because
Exactly.
his is
right now,
doubled.
but-
His is doubled, so
Yeah.
normally it's 120.
3rd level. Buy some time.
All right. So that's
More
50.
big damage.
That's 50 from that. That is another 16. So exact same as before. I think.
Last time was 72.
Yeah, 72 last time.
Right. Yeah. It was 12 is what it was. It wasn't 10.
Oh, it's 66.
Yep. I got it. You're good. After
And then-
that blast, it is looking bloodied. A little bit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. And I am going to... No, that's it. I'm good.
Okay. So, as your turn comes to a close, Mage, the Numiel just roars in pain. And at the same time, the water that it had contained in its body just rushes out in all directions. Kind of impacting both Gerathor and Shaseth. But then you watch as its body begins to just glow. Not like the current with its wingtips, just kind of like a little spark, but just the entire body, just electricity sparks off in all directions, and an explosion just outwards towards hitting both Shaseth and Gerathor. And since you're within 10 feet of her, it also you can feel the lightning just arc out and strike you both. I need both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw once again.
Oh no.
No.
Shaseth, that's a fail. Gerathor, that is a success. As you take
I might be stunned.
this is fire damage. So 22 fire damage, and then since you're both within 10 feet, it's also you take 15 lightning damage on top of that. So that would be you're both
So 5 from the fire and half 15 is 7 is 3.
3. Yep,
So 10 damage total, did I say? No, 8.
8. And
What's
then
my con save?
Shaseth, you take full damage or you take any half damage on this
Oh.
stuff?
Full damage.
So okay.
Aren't you immune to fire?
And 18 was your save. So
Okay,
you
I made it.
succeed. Damn. But you
My
still take
trinket is there.
yeah, so you take 37 points of damage though.
Phew.
Thought you were immune to fire.
Normally,
it's
I have a
trinket.
trinket.
Oh, yeah.
Namiel's one of those odd underwater creatures that instead of doing cold damage, it's like bludgeoning and fire because it just superheats everything. So it's boiling water instead of just like cold water.
It's a good thing I have basically like spread natural fire resistance, cold resistance from the potion, lightning and poison. Big spread.
It can't move anywhere. I don't want it to move anywhere, I don't think. Gerbolt is too fast. So that's going to be the end of its turn. Gerathor, it is your turn. You are up. I'm going
I
to get...
assume it got off
Alrighty.
prone.
Yeah, it definitely got it from being prone.
Bonus action. It is time to go dark, and so I mute 2 people.
Going dark. Boop.
Oh no.
The earplugs go in.
Chuck on the earplugs. Whoops, that's aerial assault. Earplugs. Oh, sorry. Hasted action. I will use the earplugs.
Okay.
Because bonus action, I want an aerial assault. So I will dip 15 feet downwards,
Mhm.
as I just have to jump, and then insect glaive. 16.
16 is not a hit.
Unlucky. Second hit. 18.
That is a hit.
Not exactly certain. As part of your action, make a special attack. I'm just trying to think if it would have dissipated from missing the first one or not. Or if it still stays.
The jump,
The aerial assault.
it's just from the first tick, so that's the risk on that one. So in that case,
fine.
it is just
before I click the damage and turn
Yep.
it off. Alright.
eventually when you're able to use your arrow attack on all multiple attacks, that's when it'll start counting.
Yeah.
So okay, so
So 14.
all right, 14 points of damage. All right, Gerathor, before as your turn ends, it's going to once again the current expands outwards because this is just the best one for me to use right now. Hitting Mage, Shaseth, and Gerathor. Please all make me a dexterity saving throw once again.
It's like the only reason why I'm trying to do that because I can't avoid that, and I will die by one of these.
That's a success, Mage, success, Shaseth, and Gerathor. That's a
17.
success. So 9 fire, 10 lightning. Reduce them as needed.
Does 9 go to 4 or 5?
9 goes to 4. It goes to 4, correct.
4 to 2, and then 5 to 2 again, so
2.
4 damage.
Okay. And then con
God, I
save
love
for your
this.
haste.
Yes.
I made
Don't
my
roll
con.
a 1.
Roll a
Roll
1. Roll a 1. And Mage, you have to make yours also, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't have any. I'm not focusing on any spell.
Right, you had Hex before, right?
The only 2 spells that can hit are Magic Missile and
Because the
Eldritch
distance.
Blast. Yeah, that's it. Otherwise, everything else I had to get too close.
Okay. Shaseth, you are up.
Right. I use a bonus action and drink a greater potion. Wait,
Okay.
dice roll. Oh no.
Yeah, guild potions.
Alright. Get smacked
All right.
a few times.
All right. That's
Gonna
a
have
hit.
First level smite.
Okay, 25.
Alright. Second swing. I'm crit fishing here.
That is a hit.
Another smite.
Or okay.
Hasted swing.
The fact that I haven't been able to wipe out any of your guys' haste is super annoying right now. That's a hit.
I'm probably gonna go down next turn, so I use a 3rd level smite.
Okay.
Aw,
Yeah.
double ones.
26. All right.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Shaseth, as you come to the end of your turn, as you're just you're striking at the Namiel as best you can. You cut off a section of the side of her face. She only has one like fin expanding outwards. Most of her whiskers are missing. She's pretty bloody. There's definitely there's blood in the water around the battle going on here. As Flight, you're staring at a switch. It's
Okay.
directly perpendicular, up or down. Or do you want to
I'm
guess
gonna do
again?
my best to aim it at the Namiel.
Okay, so this is literally, you're in a building. It's like a large kind of like computer-like system. You don't see the Namiel right now, but this is very intriguing on like what it is. And you feel compelled to choose an option.
Flip coin.
Well, going with this, I know it does something if I press that button.
Well, it's a switch, so it's up or down.
Okay. I have no idea what it's linked to at all, and I can't read the languages in here.
Correct, but you feel like it's you have that feeling that it's gonna do something, and not a bad thing.
Oh, as Dee Dee would say, what does this button do as I flip the switch?
Up or down.
Up.
Up. So as you hit, it goes up. You kind of start hearing like the hum of electricity all around you, and as you're like looking around, because you're in a room, so you can't really see what's going on. But from everybody outside, you hear you all feel like this electric pulse kind of expand outwards, and you see from the building that Flight was in, which I don't think any of you know is actually in there, this like force field is kind of expanding outwards through the water. As it passes through all of you, including the Namiel, you watch the Namiel's vibrant color she once had start to turn to a dullish, like gray and brown.
No way, it's a fucking EMP.
It's not an EMP, but it did something.
I just look at it as like, I shrug and then go back and look for weapons.
It's so an EMP.
I like that Flight knows that we got it covered.
Flight is busy looking for weapons of mass destruction.
We could be, floundering with our haste failed and stunned and, but
I have faith. I paid $500 for a picture for a reason.
All right.
So I will use my other action to start running around looking for other for actual weapons that Flight believes will be weapons like a Dragonator or something.
Sure, give
He has no
me
idea what that thing is.
an investigation check. 27. You're looking around for weapons that could be useful. I mean, there's all these tridents on the ground. There is, as you meets upstairs. You start looking for a staircase. As you find when you run up the stairs, you open up a door as it goes to a balcony, and you see a ballista sitting there, just still good condition, no harm to it whatsoever. And there's a Namiel up above. It is already conveniently loaded.
Gets on it, ready to fire it next turn. Unless I can fire it this turn.
No, you've already used your actions to find it and also to switch.
Okay, well, I hop on it, get ready to fire it next turn.
All right. Mage, you are up.
Okay. I'm at 18 health. I'm going to drink a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
How much is it?
44 plus
44 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. 12.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, I know. And then, because magic does not have limits on me, that's why I am a mage.
Mhm.
I will cast magic missile.
Okay.
Bump as my last 3rd level spell slot.
All right.
I have to scroll so far up for Mage.
You gotta zoom out. All right. So that's good
My
damage.
power was in that one.
Maximum damage.
Oh yeah. All right, Hail Mary.
88.
So let's see, it's at 18. And then minus. What level was it cast at?
3rd level.
So that would still be 5, correct? 5 missiles?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
14 times 5.
You could have theoretically did 5 more damage possible.
It is looking extremely rough in its faded colors, but it is still alive.
I'm also looking extremely rough.
Because it's now its turn. Okay. I didn't recharge that ability, sadly.
That's a good thing for us.
You can start smacking at us.
No. Instead, as she lets out a cry of pain, the water from around both of you begins to just pound into your backs as she pulls the water within 30 feet closer to her. As you are bludgeoned, I need both of you to make me strength saving throws.
I'm theoretically good at these.
Shaseth, you fail.
Oh no.
You are you are knocked prone, and both of you, it's 22 points of bludgeoning damage. Which is reduced to half. Obviously, yeah, con saves, please.
Oh no.
Shaseth, you are stunned. Gerathor, I need a save, please. You are also not stunned because you saved.
Yeah.
You would have been, though.
I would have, but I'm good at this.
By 1 each time, I think.
Okay, so as its turn comes to a close, Gerathor.
Alright. This is Hail Mary time. It is... Can I technically normal vault in water? Or are you going to not let me? Because I guess I'm still technically quick jumping. Because I kind of just want a normal vault.
I mean,
I think that still costs me a bonus action regardless, so I think it's the same thing.
it is. I really have no problem with you
Yeah,
doing it. It's perfectly fine.
Thematically, I am normal vaulting. First hit, please. Way to God. Yes.
Okay, yeah, a 27 just barely hits.
25.
Okay.
46.
Yeah, it's basically a.
It's like a rogue. At certain points, rogues are better and dragoons better. It varies. All right, is
second hit.
18 is a hit. No, it's a miss.
Oh, really?
It is a miss this time around because of the ability I just used.
Okay. Hasted action. Misses again. Damn.
Yep.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's because its armor improves from that one ability. Otherwise, it wouldn't have. All right. So as Gerathor's turn ends, you watch as it takes both of its wings, touches them together, and nothing happens.
Might have been a good thing you flipped that switch.
I don't know what you're talking about. What Twitch?
So that's what the button does.
All right.
Oh, I know you guys beat this thing up really good.
Shaseth.
It's just dying.
Yeah. Shaseth, you're stunned.
Yep.
All right. A ballista time for flight. So flight, it takes an action to aim.
Yep.
And takes an action to shoot, which conveniently
Good thing
enough,
I have haste.
you have 2 actions.
Aim and fire.
All right. I'm going. I have to pull up my weapon here really fast. Give me a half a second here. Ballista. Okay.
This would be a perfect time to have this thing enchanted with my infinite ammo ability.
Go
I
ahead
can't do that.
and roll. Make an attack roll. Roll a d20 plus 6.
I wonder if that would work.
Actually, we'll make it an advantage because this is specifically designed for underwater like creatures and whatnot. It's like a harpoon.
A d20 plus 6.
Yep.
Pew.
I don't have anything that actually has a 6 on my board. I have to roll normally.
Roll again. All right, 23.
Good thing it was advantage.
23. You go ahead and roll a 3d10 for the damage. All right.
Well, that one is like, hey, I want to be here too.
Well, if it
It's
makes
one shot, isn't it?
no, it's not. That's the best one because it was only had 2 HP left. So,
So you all hear from my person over here. I stab at thee because you don't actually hear the rest of me screaming as I
Yeah.
fire the harpoon.
and yeah, it's just
Kill steal.
into this guy. Gerathor's getting ready to just stab it and impale it, and just watch this like a harpoon, just like 2 or 3 of them just into it, and it's such a cry of pain for a half a second before just lying still, unmoving, and dead. As you successfully kill the unknown Elder Dragon.
Haha.
You hear maybe squawks from the corner. I'm in.
Squawks of victory.
I proceed to swim that direction.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead. We're over time right now, so we're gonna just do quick survival checks for carves. I'm gonna figure out experience while you guys are doing that, and then we will call it quits because I need to get some food and stuff before my next game in an hour and 20 minutes.
Is that one a fail or is that? still good?
I have to look at what it is. I'm pretty sure that is a fail. That first one is. So 1 fail, 3 successes.
You get 1 Elder Dragon blood.
I don't have anything to make.
That is the really nice thing about failing with other dragons. For the most part, you will always get like a blood or a bone.
Weapon upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
You know what today is though?
Sunday.
Hopefully enough
Mhm,
experience to
mhm.
hit level 10.
I mean, it depends
yeah.
where you're at. In Australia, it's Monday.
Yes, it is Monday morning.
Let's figure out some experience
Tell your
here.
day to go off. Go back to Sunday. Sunday's better than Monday.
Mhm.
Let's kill the little guy, Chris. This would be a lot of fucking experience. Plus those 4 Vespoids.
They're the important ones. They're the real experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think people are giving us less vest points now because we keep abusing them.
Well, you also have to realize that at some point, people are going to run out of channel points.
That too.
Well,
Yeah.
vest points are kind of expensive.
I'm hovering around 10k.
6,800 experience each.
Yeah, we level up.
Level up.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
How much was it? 6,000.
800 exactly.
Oh, we're at 66,756.
So we'll do gold when you guys return to the hunting ground. I'm assuming you guys are going to do some exploring while you're here.
67 or 669?
669.
gotcha.
I got the math wrong.
66956. So, welcome to level 10 again for a couple of you.
Finally.
No, I was just almost there.
Finally.
Ah,
I'm a
good
level
times.
4 warlock now.
If you guys want to roll your HP, you're more than welcome to. Gold will be given out once you guys return to the hunter or to the Poke Village. And that is everything on that. Let's just go and we got to roll for loot. We have 3 of them to roll for.
I'm
Alright.
take average for that.
Namiel, non-tempered, and other stuff. She exists in here?
I didn't mean to do that.
There she is.
I like that.
So remember, for the sake of it, you guys have your 3 rerolls for the rest of the campaign. If you use them prior to this, they're reset back to 3. So if you want to make rolls and you want to use one of your rerolls, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll be using that one for this.
Okay.
I didn't mean to roll mine, but ironically, that's the average anyway. So
Hey, we can't be frightened anymore.
That's above average. The average would have been 4.
for a warlock,
You rolled a
It's
d6.
5. warlocks or d8s.
Yeah, you rolled a d6 though. I mean, if you want to take that average, that's
Oh
fine.
yeah, yeah. I didn't mean to hit that button.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go on and roll. So who are 3 people that are rolling for the Elder Dragon stuff?
I'll roll one.
I'll roll one as well.
Okay, and then we have one more. Is it gonna be heavy or is it gonna be
Ooh.
mid?
I'm afraid to roll.
So, Shaseth, you're up.
Lash.
D20?
Yep.
17.
It's 2 different things. Nice. And an 11. All right. So you guys get a hard claw. You guys are gonna want that eventually.
Oh yeah.
You get a fell wing, which is a stamina surge plus 2.
Oh,
Only 1 level of exhaustion for that one. And then damage types is a D8 for either lightning or cold. Whenever you take a rest, you can switch between them. And then finally, the lash. Spellcaster one. It's a spellcaster.
oh, it has call lightning.
To control water, call lightning, fog cloud, create, destroy water, and shape water. I'm assuming the lash is going to go to your mage. Mage?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
All right. Lash goes to you. Hard claw, who's going for it?
I'd like the fell wing.
Anybody else
You
want the
got
fell
Fell
wing? The Shaseth want the fell wing, though.
I'm good.
Fell wing goes to you, Gerathor. And then, so who wants the hard claw?
Be immune to all blights.
I'm already immune to half of them because half of them are diseases. So
I am not.
So, and then we give the Elder Dragon blood then to Shaseth then? I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want to hold on to it as like a party thing, or if Shaseth takes it, it's up to you guys. Different kind of game now, so.
With it, I would be 6 out of 15. But I know I just took the other item, so up to you.
I mean, you guys could just pull it in a group thing for when someone finally is at that point where you guys can just give it enough to upgrade something.
but it's gonna take 15. It's gonna take a while for us, so best to pool it and see who can get one.
All right, I'll put it in the group pile.
All right, group pile for Elder Dragon blood, and then the lash lash already did him. The hard claw goes to flight. Then it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
When I cannibalize the monster part to learn the spell, how much time does that take?
I would say you probably could do it like on a long rest or something like that. Well, I mean, technically it's like a scroll, so it'd be the same time it takes you to do a scroll. But remember, you only get if you cannibalize that, you only get the one spell.
Well, I have all the other spells but call lightning.
Okay, but I will also throw out that is more spell slots by having this like this, because you could do call lightning 3 times with that if it's in your weapon.
So the reason why I would prefer it is because of the wizard class.
Mhm.
I can make any wizard spell do damage of another spell type.
Okay.
So I can do
that's
a
true.
magic missile at 3rd level, deal lightning damage, or if I get more 3rd level spells, I can do call lightning, do different damage other than lightning.
I mean, I get that. I was just throwing it out as a suggestion because that is a couple things that could be pretty useful, like control water. Me and Fog Cloud would be useful, but yeah, 3. I mean, it's 3 free spell slots for call lightning in a sense. So
quick
I mean,
question.
it doesn't make a difference. Whatever you want to do, though. No questions.
Well, too bad I'm answering anyway.
Go for it. What's up?
Blight proof. I mean the blight spell, but spell like abilities. And
So,
conditions?
I mean that counts like all the water blight, ice blight, fire blights, blight spell. I don't know what else is a blight, like a condition I can think of off the top of my head. It was just to cover it just in case of other games and whatnot. I don't think we'll
Well,
really.
you said spell like abilities. So that I was just trying to figure out what other things like that would be, like paralysis or things like that.
No, paralysis would be just like a standard condition, so those would not count.
Call lightning only has to be cast once a combat because you can reuse it for 10 minutes.
That's 3 combat you could use then.
Yeah.
So, either way, I think it's putting a thing or not is no big deal either way. It's however he wants to do it, and I'm cool with either one. Either way works.
Yeah.
Either way has its advantages.
It's gonna take some thought because I have to level up the warlock and change some things.
What's CR's Namio?
14.
14?
Same as the guy, Chris. So, for those watching, if you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, come back in an hour and 15 minutes when I run my next game with my next group. They are not hunting on Namio right now. They're currently on a mission still to rescue Rewix, which should be completed. I'm pretty sure this hunt. They've had a little bit of a different journey, which has been fun to see. And then they'll probably be doing a hunt after that, to my guess. We'll see if they pick the same one as you guys or if they pick something different. They may find some ancient ruins like you did. They may find something different. Who knows? Sometimes it's fun to make shit up. But if you want to run your own game, check out my Patreon, where you can get the Monster Hunter Monster Manual, which I just updated, and the Guide to Monstering, which I also just updated, for free. Cost you nothing to go. Just check out the most recent post. If not, check the bio section for the Google Doc links. If you like what you see, you want to become a patron, get access to monster hunts, extra subspecies, and early access to my work, become one. So I'll be back in an hour and 15 for my next game, and I will see you guys then.
See ya, hunters.